me deep in the haze. There's no more compassion, no. Raise me. I need something fast. I need something to last and give satisfaction, no. Help me. Grab his right arm. Help me. I'll take the left. Oh, help me. Help me. Interrogate him. How big is your love? Tell me, how high is your patience? Or can I be saved? I wanna catch the wave. How big is your love? Tell me, how high is your patience? Or can I be saved? I wanna catch the wave. Hey, all this fake news. Tell me, what is the use? Tell me, there's no more compassion. No, no. Come and find me under these layers, among these taxpayers. There's no satisfaction, no. I said, help me, help myself, forgive me, down from the shelf. Oh, help me, dislocate. How big is your love? Tell me, how high is your patience? Or can I be saved? I wanna catch the wave. Now, how big is your love? Tell me, how high is your patience? Can I be saved? I wanna catch the wave. Hold on, he will break you and me. We will go there, have no fear, my dear. How big is your love? Tell me, how high is your patience? Or can I be saved? I wanna catch the wave. looking quite beige. Got me deep in the haze. There's no more compassion, no. Raise me. I need something fast. I need something to last and give satisfaction, no. Help me, grab his right arm. Help me, I'll take the left. Oh, help me, interrogate him. How big is your love? Tell me, how high is your patience? What can I be saying? I wanna catch the wave. How big is your love? Tell me, how high is your patience? What can I be saying? I wanna catch the wave. Hey, all this fake news. Tell me, what is the use? Tell me, there's no more compassion. No. Come and find me under these layers, among these taxpayers. There's no satisfaction, no.
Hello, good morning, and welcome into Mayday Roleplay. We're here to continue on to tell our stories of our heroes of the Doom. This Arthurian Western using the inevitable system. Sergio, do you mind telling us a little bit more about this wonderful game, Inevitable?
Oh, heck yeah. You know I am. Guys, I stay up late at night sometimes wondering, what is a soul? And maybe more importantly, what happens when you stitch said soul to a Muppet? Soul Muppet Publishing dares to ask these important questions. They have graciously sponsored this show, so it is my duty to please that Muppet booty. They have been making some of the coolest TTRPGs out there, from the ragged edges of the Outlaw Galaxy to the dying city of myth. Soul Muppet games are atmospheric and unconventional. First, you've got Inevitable, the doomed Arthurian Western that we are playing right here, right now, live every other Saturday on YouTube and on Twitch. Then you've got Orbital Blues, the rock and roll space noir about a future that no one wanted. And their latest, Mad as Hell, is an anti-capitalist demon-hunting RPG. Who doesn't love that? Which was recently funded on Kickstarter, but it's still open for late pledges. We love us some demon hunting here at Mayday, don't we, gang?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, keep watching the show, and soon you might score your own copy of Inevitable. We're working out the details now, but whether you're telling stories of epic myth, cosmic burnout, or righteous fury, Soul Muppet Publishing gives you the rules, the vibes, and the heartbreak you need to make it unforgettable. Explore their catalog over at soulmuppet.co.uk or wherever you get your games. Back to you, Eli.
Oh, yeah. Well, continuing on, we would love to thank our operator-level patron contributors. Their involvement here allows us here at Mayday to continue to produce and tell stories like Inevitable and Vegas and all those in between for your viewing pleasure. So thank you to Bimblewart, Brandon C., Brian P., Cameron S., Kai H., Kaylee H., Matthew J., OT Pan, Ren E., Tony D., and Vince K. If you too would like to contribute to all all that is Mayday, be sure to find us on Patreon. You'll get wonderful access to our Discord community, ad-free viewing of our streamable content, campaign diaries, on-cern games and campaigns, and so much more. If this is your first time here at Mayday Roleplay, welcome in, but be sure to check out our extensive catalog, completed seasons like our show Doomed to Repeat, which is on its final finale season, our Vegas by Night series that just completed earlier this spring, and you can find that all on our YouTube channel for those VODs and anywhere you get your podcasts for audio-friendly recordings. As always, follow us on all major social media platforms, our website for updates and future content, and other news. Inevitable is a game about tragedy and failure in a world that can be unfair and unkind, and this actual play is intended for mature audiences. Be sure, be advised that there are violent themes, adult language, the exploration of darker subjects, so please, as always, take care of yourself and be aware. Our players are under the safety of, are under the rules of safety tools, and X card can be employed at any time. And with that, why don't we start? Aster Gaios wrings his hands absent-mindedly, a habit picked up when facing finality. The sun is running low, stretching its shadow across every corner of his study, and he turns to dress shadows. I told you that not responding to His Majesty's calls would bring them out here. And as he continues to wring those hands, there's a moment where he begins to stiffen because creeping up his leg and around his torso and cradling just about the shoulders is a white serpent. And from the shadows, she walks out from, and she is alluring with these deep green eyes, fire red hair. She approaches his Gaios and grips him by the chin while that serpent coils right around a rope-starred neck, and she smiles softly. My darling, we must face what is inevitable. Before we continue on, let's introduce our cast today. My name is Eli. I'm your oracle.
Hi, I'm Amanda, and I'm Sir Rose the Scarred.
Hi, I'm Caleb James Miller, and I'm Cecil Odera.
What's up, everybody? I'm Sergio, and I'm playing Ashwyn.
Hello, I'm Zach, and I play Cloudburst.
No good tale starts without a little bit of a recap, and how fitting for one who tends a fire Overwatch to tell a little bit about what has happened so far. So, Rose, please. You're muted.
I'll reach into my pocket and pull out my little journal and pen as I Day one of Return to Sonder cadre is done. I've decided to take the first watch, and I must admit, a part of me is kind of kicking myself for assembling this group of personalities. Now, I don't regret my decision, but I am questioning it. Ashwyn, Cloudburst, and Cecil. Already I'm starting to notice some interesting group dynamics. Cecil and Cloudburst seem the most comfortable together. Ashwyn hates Cecil. Cecil tolerates it. Ashwyn and Cloudburst just kind of orbit around each other, a little bit like our two moons, if you will. Ashwyn came around me a little earlier, and I won't lie, kind of took me a little bit not to punch him. Now, I wasn't joking when I wasn't messing when I do forgive him. But a part of me would just feel a little bit better if I could just for... That's just my ego talking. So now, let me scratching that out. Earlier, the cadre actually brought up a question about the mission. Why is the Queen sending us out here to do basically a messenger's job? And they're not wrong for bringing up those questions. They're valid. It doesn't change the fact that I took an oath. Tenant number 2, obey the commands of the crown. It's given a mission by our queen, and I will see it through. I don't care if they like it or not. Besides, it's not like they're getting something out of this. Ashwyn gets his cadre. Cloudburst receives their goods, and Cecil gets the front row to either our salvation or our destruction. And okay with that. At least the demands are reasonable. Cloudburst makes me a little queasy, but you know what? The more I think about it, the more I'm getting nervous, so. Sir Rose. And I close up my book, put the pen away, and I'm gonna pick up a stick and keep watch as I stoke the fire. Start with it.
You stoke that fire, you whittle away, you allow smoke to rise to meet a scattering of many stars, but as all good watches happen, it is the sound of a branch that snaps and breaks that draws your attention. Just a little bit yonder before the shadows kind of meet the darkness, and as you peer just a little bit longer, maybe even get up to go and check it, if you want.
I want to pull my sword in my left hand just as a defense. I'll be like, alright, you want to come on out and make yourself known? That would be advisable.
That loud sound, your cocking of your gun, you go just a little bit closer to where the precipice of that darkness hits, and then you'll see it, just a fluttering of wings. A crow, a raven even, maybe flutters out into the darkness, into the shadows. Seems like you just disturbed the birds.
I don't think there's any way to stay asleep after Sir Rose yells, so I think Ashwyn is starting to get up and look around. What is it?
It was a sign, to be honest. Can't really tell. It's a little dark. It was either crow or raven.
Crow, raven, yeah, that's usually a sign of something. Ominous, usually. Should I wake the others?
I mean, I shouted pretty loud there. I mean, if they want to let them sleep. You can stay up with me if you want.
Well, I guess I have no choice. I'll start getting myself ready in the morning.
I mean, you always got choices. Remember that. As I am stoking the fire, I'm gonna actually.
You go back to the fire?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the fire. Ashwyn, can I ask you a question about something earlier?
I suppose I am in your cadre. You can ask me anything you want.
you were explaining a little bit of magic and words and all of that. Can you explain a little bit more about, and I'm going to point up to the two moons, because all magic's tied to the to Cons and Ezra, correct?
Correct, yeah. That's one of the fundamental understandings of the way magic works in our world.
Do you ever think there's a word that can stop all of this?
A name, you mean?
I don't know. I'm just trying to think of anything to.
You saw me pleading with the council about trying to solve a problem. I certainly have been looking. Nothing as concrete as I'd like, but yes, if there's going to be an answer, it just might be tied to our moons. And I'll look up in joining rows, looking up at the sky. What are you thinking?
The last couple of years, when the prophecy was read, I've also been noticing lack of movement, if you will. And I'm fearing I can only do so good with my steel. I've been thinking, like, maybe there's gotta be, I just feel like there's gotta be something more us knights can do. And frankly, I think a non-aggressive approach, maybe some magical's an avenue we need to think of. But it ain't my call. But I feel like we're at least a kindred spirit on that.
Yes, it does make me feel good to know that someone else is as concerned as I am. It seems like everyone in this cadre is, in some way or another, knowing that something has to be done. And it takes the small voices of everyone to eventually shout out the bureaucracy of myth.
I don't know if you know much about birds, besides the omens, but they actually have, like, there's even more lore and about some of the magic that they can they get magic from an origin source. I'm just thinking, if we can't stop certain things, you might want to go to them for help back at the tower, the Falcon Tower. However, it just it would, like, other mystics don't really kind of sometimes think about that kind of stuff. So if you're interested, like, that might be. Basically, I'm asking you if there's some kind of way that if I need to get help, will you help me with that? Like, maybe that's an avenue.
You don't even have to ask, Sir Rose. If it's something that you need help with that involves possibly saving our world, you know that I'll be there. I may be young, but I think I'm one of the few people left with any sense here.
I'm gonna just nod along. And I'm gonna just indicate to the birds that left. I'm like, so what do you think? A good omen or a bad omen?
Let's take it as a good omen until we get notified otherwise. And I'll, get my poncho that's been used as a pillow, kind of unwrap it and put it on myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna kind of just nod and just keep stoking the fire, but I'm actually keeping more alert for the skies and purposely kind of hearing. And I'm going to get back to whittling, and if you'll notice, it's kind of like one of those, it looks like a whistle in a way, And I'm just going to be carving on that for the rest of the night until someone taps me out for my sleep.
Well, I suppose you've already woken me up, so I'll take next watch.
Thank you. Not gonna go to my small little bedroll and just flop down and put a little mesh sheet on me so no bugs bite, and I'm just gonna
Ashwyn, you can move to tend for the rest of the fire, but for the rest of the evening until the sun begins to rise in the east and stretch across the sky and dim those stars away into a faded blue, morning finally comes. Cloudburst, you're sleeping away. You hear something, a rustling, like around your packs and your bags.
I start like trying to creep up without moving anything. Does it sound like something's moving?
Yeah, it sounds like something's
Alive.
moving, like running, like, yeah. You hear little pats against the grass that's underneath the tent here, but something's
All
shuffling
right.
around your bags.
Don't do spiders. And I'm just like patting the ground aggressively, just little like jabs.
You pat the ground here, and then something squawks at you and steps back. It's a raven
In the tent?
in the tent.
I think I freak out and just try to grab it.
Okay. Yeah, you have dexterous hands here. Let's see. Yeah. Let's say you'll snatch it. Pluck a bird from the sky.
This woke me up out of my sleep, so Cloudburst immediately exits the tent with that like tired squint, holding a raven. It's like, somebody drop this. I mean, here. Just holds it out to, I think Ashwyn is the only one that's outside.
Yeah, outside right now.
Is that a raven?
It's a raven. Here. It's in my tent. It's not
Well,
supposed to be.
I don't want it. Just let it go.
Throws the bird.
You flow the bird into the sky. It immediately spreads its wings, flutters, and flies away.
Yeah,
Cloudburst, this
two
isn't the
ravens.
first raven that has visited us tonight. Sir Rose
There's
saw
been
something.
more?
Yeah.
That's not a great sign.
No, it's not. Maybe we should break up camp and leave.
I think that might be a good idea. Crows usually follow food. So, we're not food yet. They must know something we don't.
I'll wake up the others and I'll get up and walk over to Sir Rose and kick their boot.
What?
Sir Rose, another raven made an appearance this evening.
Did y'all talk
think-
to it?
I threw it. I think we gotta go. I mean, we can chance stay in here, but we'll find out whatever they're following too.
Ashwyn kind of kicks the dirt. It's like, you're right. I should have spoken to it. Damn it.
I forgot you could talk to birds.
Well, I could speak the word of truth and perhaps have gotten a better idea of. I'm still new at this.
I mean, it's all right. It just not all birds talk. I thought you knew. Some do.
I know all birds don't talk. Yes,
Okay.
I understand that.
I didn't know that.
I'll go get Cecil. And I'll walk over
I'll
to
try
the
to-
tent.
Start.
I like to imagine that Cecil is just buried in a pile of like very expensive pillows and blankets, and he's got this very elaborate sleep mask over his eyes that are two embroidered evil eyes that go over his own, and he is just conked the fuck out. He sleeps like the dead.
I'll take a pillow and bap his head with it.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, good morning to you too.
Mr. Odera, there's an issue. 2 ravens have been spotted throughout the evening. I think
Right.
it's a message.
2 birds visited us?
Yes.
2 ravens came to this camp in the middle of the night?
Do you have any insight into what that might mean?
Nobody woke me up. There were visiting ravens? You were met with an unkindness?
Well, we've decided we need to leave this area.
Are you sure they were ravens? Not crows, ravens? You'd know if you saw them.
Yes, I know
They
the
were
difference
ravens?
the size of their beaks. I know the difference.
Oh Lord. And I think that Cecil starts like compiling books and trying to discern. He knows that they're not necessarily good omens. Ravens in history, usually bad luck and death, but he's trying to consult like times and charts to see if the particular time it arrived might have meant something. And he's sort of haphazardly breaking down camp, but also trying to discern any sort of meaning to it. Do you know the exact time it came about the camp? What was its temperament? Did it caw? Did it make noise?
No noise to speak of, but perhaps Cloudburst knows more, and Sir Rose saw the first one.
He stumbles out with these books into main camp and looks to Cloudburst.
There was one in my shit in the tent. I just grabbed it and threw it outside.
So we were met with omen, and we grabbed it immediately and then tossed it?
It was in my tent. See, I think if the omen wanted to be heard, it would have been heard in the common area. And it was sort of amongst my things that...
Well, technically there was a bird in the common area the first time around.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, good. Okay, so we ignored the message twice. It was going through your things?
It was in my things. I woke up to it just around, but it held it. It was still enough for me to grab. So...
Did it leave you anything? Check your belongings. Is there a piece of sea glass or a button?
I go
maybe
check.
a gift.
Go check.
I go rifting through my things.
Yeah. You will take apart all of your items. You will see something that has been added to your collection. It is a piece of skin shed.
Like a snake?
Like a snake.
Oh, that's for you. And Cloudburst just holds it out.
He takes it like it's communion at church and immediately wraps into his journal. He tries to get a charcoal pressing of the actual snake skin. He writes furiously the first note and then goes again to those old books of history, trying to discern what sort of omen brings a raven in snake skin. Just trying to discern any sort of meaning behind this while being entirely unhelpful in trying to get this camp moving.
A pair of ravens could mean a variety of things, often symbols of duality, but also in many cases making one aware to perhaps open their mind to see things that may not be at the surface.
2 ravens, the binary, 2 sides of the same coin. We need to be open to both circumstances, both sides of a conflict, but also the perspective between 2 points in history. It could mean bad luck if we're not open to new experiences.
There's more than meets the eye.
Exactly. Good, Ashwyn. There's more than meets the eye. And he goes and he writes that down immediately.
Well, I suppose that's not as ominous as someone is coming to kill us in the night. Perhaps breaking up camp is not necessary.
I mean, look, it takes 2 days and 1 night to get to Sonder, so how much more night do we got left? We might as well just get an early rise. Seems everyone's up.
Yeah, you're right.
Sure.
Yeah.
And while we pack up, or at least maybe get a little breakfast, like some bread, toast that up, I will go ahead and tell Cecil a little bit more about the first raven. Because, I'll be honest, it was a little too far out. Did call. So that's why I kind of thought a little bit raven just from the deepness, but it was crow or raven for a little bit. And I'll give more details as I put some maybe ham and make some bacon or a little breakfast food for everybody.
How'd you feel when it came upon you, Rose? Inside, how was your inner turmoil? Were you feeling light? Was there an ominous fog that came about you?
Not so much. It was more because I was on guard duty. It set off more of my defenses than anything else. Because I didn't know it was bird. I thought it could have been something else before it came up.
Right.
But when it flew off, I didn't get immediately any ill intent because I know personally, like we talked about, this could be good or bad. But now that the second one is here, I kind of, and I looked at all your books and all that. I'm like, oh, thank God. I appreciate you having all this. I'm appreciative that you're here a little bit more to narrow this down.
Well, I'm glad to be of service, but this is illuminating. This could mean anything. This could be a duality between the traitor. This could be the duality between the royal family, the mission that was given to us. There's something that we're not seeing that will give brighter perspective. I'm going to keep an eye out. We're going to find it, Sir Rose. This is the first step on a long journey.
Coffee, and I'm going to hand out a mug.
Yes, please.
Pass it out.
You said we have 2 more days to get to Sonder?
1 day. It's 1 day. It's 2 days and 1 night. We just did day 1 and night 1, so 1 more day.
Oh. Okay.
We'll be there before night then?
Yeah.
All right.
Might be best.
All right. There's nothing more to be said at camp. You guys can definitely break down and saddle up and get back on the ride. The earlier you leave, the less you have to deal with the heat, hopefully. And maybe you guys can get to Sonder before nightfall. But you guys continue to travel that barren waste, just the kicking up of sand and the steady pace of your hooves. Unless anyone has anything to say, it can be a simple and quiet ride as you just deal with the bearing down of the sun and the dust and wind that blows ceaselessly.
Well, as Ashwyn gets ready for the day and the new day sun hits him, he notices that his very fair, pale skin has turned quite red from a day of riding in the sun. And so he actually takes his poncho and flips it up and covers himself a little bit to protect his face a little bit from the sun.
You know, Ash, when I keep a beeswax coat that works fantastically for my skin when I'm exposed to the elements like this, if you'd like, I could offer some salve.
There's a moment where he hesitates to say yes, but then, yes, please, thank you, and immediately starts kind of smothering his face with it.
Zinc face.
Yeah, the smell is awful, and you've definitely got those white streaks across the face.
Before we leave, I'm gonna make sure that we have enough water to make for everybody, including our horses.
Beautiful.
Maybe we should discuss the barest hint of strategy now that we've been given omen before this very important message-delivering mission we've been bequeathed. We're about to go meet one of the most legendary traders of our time, someone with an illustrious history for, well, lying. And so perhaps we should have an understanding of how we'd like to meet the liar and how we'd like to spin that to the best of our fulfillment. Cloudburst, any considerations given your previous expert interpretations of those that do not lie in honesty?
Well said. This Aster, other than the fact that they don't like to tell the truth very often and they have some sort of power, they don't have any ire or anything against us, do they?
Not as far as going against communication with the kingdom. They got quite a deal when they broke from the Saint. I can't see how being given a kingdom doesn't convince you to our side.
I think the best play for us would be as close to the truth as possible, maybe with a little hint of dissension. You know, like, it's easy to be, at least for me, dissatisfied with the crown. Maybe we just lean on that. That
You'll
we
find
are
no lack
exactly
of satisfaction with me.
We're more than meets the eye. Maybe we're curious. We're converts. I think he'd like to talk about himself and how cool his story went. That might help us get in the room.
All of this to fish out the truth.
Right. What it is that we're here for. Pass the message.
I mean, maybe perhaps more importantly, what he's up to.
Yeah.
Correct, yeah. What sent him away for so long? Maybe, if we can, we limit this to a private conversation, or him and a selected few guard, just so that we get the honest spread of it all. And we paint it as being, yes, we're on official business, but maybe now we're having drinks, and this is more about the discussion of the future of our world than it is any mission from the Queen.
If mysticism has taught me anything, Stargazer's razor is usually the best answer. It's most likely that he has aligned himself with someone other than myth. We can assume that.
You think maybe that he's in the business of traitoring again and has decided that maybe the king is unfit and a good time to strike?
As you said, it's what he's best at.
Those, they're talking about very specific things. Concerning things, no?
A little bit, but they're free to make their... I'm just kind of like, I'm hearing, but I'm not saying much. I'm just... Okay.
I think a man like this has several security assurances without, being an alarm bell in the middle of the town square. If we can find those, and honestly, leave them alone. We don't have to dismantle them. We don't have to look suspicious. We just know who they are. Try and stay out of their way. I think that will help.
Ashwyn, go ahead.
Maybe we ought to make sure he's not with the Saint as well, to the best of our ability before Sonder. I mean, if I'm going quiet for too long, it's because I picked my favorite horse again. At least in this circumstance, if I was playing his field, it'd make a lot of sense to go back to who brought me.
Ashwyn thinks back to what he remembers is around Sonder. Wizards' towers, places of magic repute, other factions that might provide knowledge about what's currently going on in Sonder.
If you're looking for information on the winds and on the dust, while there will be no wizard towers or places like that around that, the best information you might get is from the roamers who also tread the barren waste. They're the ones who watch from high places or traverse quietly through towns and pick up a whisper or two and see things that others might not be biased to.
I don't recall much about Sonder, but we all know that there are roamers and bandits. Perhaps taking the time to befriend them could prove some insight that we won't get at Sonder.
I think that's a good play.
I think I can help with that. Specifically, I don't know if they're around, but maybe I can. I'm going to use an ability called the Great Game. I have one advantage point, which means I can create a new rival or contact for me or another cadre member. Or have them complete a small task.
Well, leave it to Cloudburst to know someone in every corner of the world.
Contact in the south. Let's see.
It's been a while. They might be totally different now, but a familiar face could help us get a little closer, a little faster.
I just wonder how you go this long without getting someone to hate you. I don't have friends that last that long because I talk too much.
That's the problem. Short and sweet. A to B, here's the money. Everybody's happy.
Yeah, but then how do you find out who they're fucking?
Well, sometimes it's just me, so the mystery is quite short, but...
Ashwyn turns even redder than he was.
Oh no, the sunscreen.
Oh. In shock.
I'm sorry, little ears.
Excuse me. We're just having a little bit of noble talk.
Cloudburst says you kind of mull through the Rolodex of contacts and people you've crossed paths with along the way. This far south, someone does come to mind. They go by Ep. Ep. Ep's a roamer. He's a contact with you that occasionally comes to the city. Trades often with you. He likes to maneuver through all the relics and ruins that are found in this wasteful place and finds unique and shiny stuff. Last time you heard from Ep, he said he was heading down towards the hills that are a little bit east off of Sonder, but if he is still in the area, then he would have probably had to travel through Sonder at some point for resupplying or even trade, since, he wants as much coin as he can possibly find for his trinkets that he scavenges for. Mm-hmm. So you would have to deviate a little off the path if you want to seek answers before riding into Sonder proper.
Okay, so good news. My boy Ep, where I get my brass beating from our curtain hooks, not far from here, a little bit to the east. But might help us, and is good at getting from A to B.
I'm a little worried about the way our cadre leader is looking over there. I know when one fang is out poking the other, that she's got something to say.
Yes, Sir Rose.
Oh, I'm just letting you know, like, that those are all good and fine. No problem with that. Is there a way you could just send a message to him?
Is there a reason why you don't want to meet them in person?
More of just time. And I'm pointing to the sun and all that. Ideally, I'd like to get to Sonder before nightfall.
Sir Rose, we're at the end of the world. All we have is time. I think this is for the best.
I mean, Sir Rose, you have to consider it would be a part of your tenets to make sure that beyond a shadow of a doubt that Sonder is not fallen to the saint, right?
Yeah.
What are them tenants?
Oh, always do good unto others and follow the crown to and fro. And if it is a royal ass, you best kiss it. Come on now, Sir Rose. I honor your tenets, but this is exactly within your line of thinking. It's just a little outside of the linear direction that you become so accustomed to. This is good.
Right. Tenet 1.
Okay, she's getting to it. All right.
Here we go.
Okay.
Listen. You said it. Since you know them tenets.
No, hit me.
Tenet 1. Defend the crown to your last. Already got that wrong. Defend Tenet 2. Obey the command of the crown. Tenet 3. You're only as good as your word. 4. Serve justice and death to all those who raise a hand against the crown and its subjects. Act with grace in the host of the house of your host. Treat all you meet with respect, and even your foes, and your first love should always be towards the crown and no other. Now, You telling me about what I swore an oath to is a little bit pushing on a disrespect to me. Do you understand? Unless I'm taking this seriously, and I appreciate, and that's what I'm saying. But do not get that twisted.
So, Rose, I would never do anything untoward towards your tenets. I've believed in everything that you represent within our community, and I could never do what you do. Could you read 4 again for me?
Serve justice and death to all those who raise a hand to the ground.
Now, the cannibal saint and all those who serve him fall under that umbrella?
You would be correct on that.
So, maybe we're all thinking the same here.
Can you prove without a shadow of a doubt that is happening? Because
if we go and meet Ep, maybe.
We may.
Can you
yes.
prove it's not?
So, Rose, I know extensively about anger, and I'm letting you know yours is getting in the way now. You've brought 3 other experienced individuals here. Please, allow us to follow this lead. And if it leads to nothing, the worse we've wasted is time.
So, Rose, by the laws of the Mystic Tenet, you as an errant hold weight in the choices we make. You have a choice here. Your cadre seeks answers prior to riding into Sonder. You are pressed for time.
So, Rose, if I may, if you decide right now that we are not going to meet Ep, I will agree and I will defend you to the last. You are in charge of this cadre. I have always respected your decisions and your intuition, and I will not stop you here.
Cloudburst.
Yes. Yes.
How reliable is Zip?
The absolute best. I mean, the absolute best. There was no way to get the brass beads that I was looking for. It's very hard. They're very heavy. You have to pour them in a lost... The process is complicated, and it's very hard to get a hold of people that can do that. He did. No blood on the hands or anything.
I think that she was speaking more to the character of his contact in the terms of political insinuation.
Right. So I'm not going to say I don't care, but what I can say, you know what? There's more to them than meets the eye. And if you keep an open mind, I think they'll surprise you. They could.
You love surprises, Sir Rose.
Can't spell surprise without sir.
Oh, God, shut up. You were ahead like 2 minutes ago.
Now
It's
that
fine.
is
It's fine.
witty. Oh, cannot spell surprise without sir. I'm writing that one
Period.
down. Direct
Thank
quote.
you. Thank you. But no, genuinely try it.
I'm giving you this one.
I'm just
Just
saying,
one.
you brought me on for the people I know.
You're right. You are right. And therefore, I am going to... That's the reason why. You know my objective. As long as it is in round 6, I just ask that we don't waste time.
We won't waste time.
I promise you're gonna feel better having done this.
There's a lot of frustration you can visibly see on Sir Rose, and she's just gonna shut up and just get on last hope and just gonna wait.
All right, we're heading east. Cloudburst, this is your contact. I think a challenge is in order. We have to find a man out here in the desert waste here. So with that, let's build that dice pool. Do you got any reputations that might assist you in finding Ep?
See, my problem was I used my reputations too early last time. So I'm not sure if I do. I mean, I can. I will use nosy.
Okay. All right. Be a dice pool. You have any equipment that might help you as well? Let's see if we can add a little bit extra.
I have a lot of disguises, but I want to be myself. And my gun. And a lockpick. Honestly, no, I think that's good.
Okay, so just nosy. Roll me 2d6 then.
All right. Okay. 4 and a 6.
26 is 6. Then 6 is success, consequences. So you head to the hills. Heading east, and it's it's a shorter ride, just half the distance you need to take to get to Sonder, so it necessarily won't take you too far off pace in your arrival. You'll rise through red and rocky hills and traverse for a little while until maybe it's just luck or you just know what you're looking for, but you'll see a small encampment, this old weathered Naiat, this steed that is like hollowed and like you can see the ribs on them, and this like dusty matted kind of hair, and you can smell something cooking and bubbling on a fire. As you kind of continue around, you'll see the face of this old scraggly guy. Got a hat that is just weathered and worn, got holes in it that have been like patched up with just whatever cloth could be found. He's almost like crouched over the fire, just stirring this like pot just directly on the flame, and you can hear him like snot up and like spit something off to the side as he's just continuing to like a gremlin, just stirring away at like a pot of beans. No wiser to you on the approach.
Do I get the impression that this is Ep?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well,
For
then,
sure.
I'm gonna turn to the cadre and say, let me come up alone real quick just to make sure everything's fine, and then come on in.
If there's a problem, give a signal.
I will. You'll hear it. Trust me. You might feel it from the sky first. And then they turn around and go.
Before you leave, I'm gonna, because I have a couple of like, you're gonna see me pull out a couple of like wooden necklaces almost, and one of them is like a whistle. Blow this if you need help.
Give me a safety whistle?
Something like that. It's very loud and goes very far.
You know what? I'll take it. Thank you. Thank you, Sir Rose. And they turn back towards Ep. Ep, bitch, what's up?
You hear him just like jump up, holding the bean. He looked like he was about to turn around to throw his whole pot at you. But then when he like sees your face, he like narrows and leans in. Cloudburst? Is that you?
Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Lovely to see you again. How are things? Cooking, obviously.
Cooking? Yeah. You hungry? Made some beans? What are you doing out here?
Well,
You left
funny you should ask that. We're actually
out
on
in
our
the
way
city?
to deliver a message from the city. We're looking for somebody. I'm sure you've heard of them, but we want to catch a beat first. Aster.
He'll sit down and put his beans back on the fire for a second. You're talking down by he like scratches his face by Sonder. He's talking about Sonder.
Yes, we're heading into Sonder. It's been a while. We just want to learn a little bit before we get, too deep into it.
Well, let's see. Last time I was in Sonder was a month ago. I only stayed there for just a moment. I was actually, speaking of which, I found a wide variety of these nice brass plates. I figured that these were something we could he's like getting off track. We could trade right now. Oh, but yeah, he goes in like, yeah.
My sweet child. Cloudburst takes them by their face. There's nothing I would love to do more than talk about the life that these brass plates have lived. Let's do business first. I got a couple people with me, if that's okay. They're good people. They're good people. One of them's a little shiny, if you know what I'm talking about, but it'll be okay.
Whoa. That's odd. Don't you often work alone?
I prefer to work alone, but times are changing, you know?
Well, all right, but I don't got enough beans for enough people.
And what's good about that is you don't need to. You keep those beans in that pot. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll be back. They motion to the rest of the cadre.
Excellent. You send up signal, and you guys can be on the approach. And when you do, you'll see Ep kind of take his hat. He's got like a bald head that he kind of just like wipes this threads of hair over to just kind of smooth it out before he puts it down as he greets you all.
Ep, this is Cecil, this is Sir Rose, and this is Lil Ashwyn.
What a fragrant camp you have, Ep. Thank you so much for having us.
So it's got a rustic, but you hungry? I got some beans. I can give you like a spoonful.
I have never turned down a meal. And Cecil turns over and looks into the pot and says, "But I just ate. Wouldn't it be the damn thing?" Oh, what in unfortuitous situation. I'm so sorry about that, Ep. I guess we'll have to have a meal the next time I come around.
Oh, well, I seem to enjoy these hills for at least the time. So if you ever find your way back on here on the way back, happy to give you a try.
I will keep you to your word.
Ashwyn is polite, but he's incredibly just kind of taken aback that this person can live out here in the wastelands, and is more studying him than anything else, kind of just sitting there watching him.
So you city slickers want to know about Sonder. I see.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Well, as I mentioned, points over to, like waves over to you, Cloudburst. Last time I was in Sonder was a month ago. I mean, Sonder's like every piss poor town you walk down here in the barren wastes. A lot of disheveled, sandy homes, people with their gruff exteriors. Not enough liquor to go around when you just need an ale and a stop by. But Sonder is always a little bit on the up and up, always well taken care of, always got their stock. So I tend to wander down by Sonder when I can. Though the last time I was in there was a what were they called? There's a band of roamers kind of moseying around, call themselves the Jackals. They've been lurking about a little bit more. And then there's that woman. Never seen her a day in my life. She's got this red hair and this, this stare. She just recently came into, I think, well-off employment because she's at the main house is when I saw her when I was heading out of town.
She's staying with the big man?
Apparently. At least that's where I saw her. So
red-haired woman.
Was she associated with the Jackals?
As far as I could tell, no. It seemed like almost like a city official or something like that. Held her head real high, wears really nice clothes, could possibly be connected to the Romans.
You said she was like well dressed, sort of looked a little affluent.
Yeah, definitely definitely them nobles.
Not in a red dress.
She wasn't wearing red. Or was she wearing red? I can't remember. I know she got red hair though.
Like this, and I'll lift up my hood to show my red hair.
Yeah, but a little deeper, and then these just sharp green eyes.
How old was she?
Oh, young thing.
She keep a thing by her side, and a man, a woman, a person.
She was by herself. One of them independent types.
Cecil,
Yeah, yeah.
ringing a bell? Anyone in court?
I don't know. Let me rack my mind a moment.
You mull over the many faces of court. You have, you know them all. You've shooken all of their hands. This does not recognize as somebody you know.
It's no one from the city, at least not that I'm aware of. But I mean, it could be within the spy units, maybe Cloudburst. Anybody?
Not that I know for sure. This might be something, might be nothing. I don't know. If it is the one person that I'm thinking, then this might not be a simple message. But I don't know.
Did you catch wind at all of how long she'd been in town?
I only kind of mosey in a month or two, so she wasn't there the last time I was in Sonder, and then she was, so.
You didn't happen to catch a name, did you?
No, I don't. I don't ask names around. That's the rules. You just get the things you need, and you press on. Better that way.
So the most notorious traitor of our time has a live-in guest in his own private city hall.
You know,
The two sides of the
might be,
coin that we were warned about.
Well, not
that
actually. Rosemary is about to speak out, and then sees Ep again, and then decides to be quiet. Be like,
well, I think that that's plenty of information. Ep, thank you so much.
Oh, much obliged. Of course.
I think
Is there anything that we can do for you?
For me, well, I got these beautiful brass plates and several trinkets. If you're looking to buy something out from the relics out in the waste, I got a couple of things.
yes, I would. You know what? We don't have time to really just sip and enjoy, do we? Okay, I'll take half of what you got right now and come back and finish the rest.
And you know what? I'll take the other half.
So you take all of it.
Yeah. We can split amongst us, Cloudburst. We can, tonight, we can divvy up.
Well, all right.
I hate to ask, do you happen to have some extra iron powder at all?
Iron powder. Let me see. Ep is gonna dig through this like cart that's next to his Nyat, and he goes, "Oh, you know what? I do have a bag of little iron powder." And he kind of like shakes a little baggie. What's your coin like?
I'm going to go ahead and take out... Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and take out a couple of small... like a couple silver and copper coins, like maybe like 5 of them, like a little small handful. And be like, is this acceptable enough?
I suppose. It's a small bag. Get like a little baggie of iron powder.
After the transaction, I will shake his hand. Thank you very much.
Oh. Pleasure. And then he'll pass over those, like, there's like 6 brass plates. Like,
They're so loud. This will be great. Thank you.
yeah, they have a tarnish. Yeah, they have a sandblasted tarnish to them, but you can definitely, given that they're nice flat sheets, you could make anything out of them.
I know exactly who to sell these to. Thank you so much. Now that we're done, and I would appreciate if this conversation didn't leave the tent at all. just sort of a regular. You didn't see anything.
Oh, I was just out here eating my beans.
Excellent. Excellent. Lovely to see you as always, Ep.
I'll see y'all later. Come, don't be a stranger.
Thank you.
Oh,
If we got time coming back through, maybe we'll stop by for some beans.
Anything you need while we're in the city?
Oh, I mean, if you willing to trade anything, if you could convince the barkeep over at the Black Cat for a bottle of his finest rye, I'll trade something for you for that.
Ashwyn nods. Good luck.
By the way, if you add a little bit of sugar to them beans, I guarantee it'll be a lot better.
Sugar might be just what they need.
Oh, yeah.
Can't hurt.
All right. So with a little bit of information from a contact out here in the eastern parts of the hillsides here, you guys heading into Sonder?
Yeah. Before we get to Sonder, Cloudburst is gonna, once the cadre is alone and moving. So, is the red woman standing out to anyone else? The woman with the red hair?
And green eyes.
I'm trying to search my mind for a person described that way. Nothing's coming immediately.
Yeah,
It does stand out as unusual, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to stand out unusual unless we see her in person, and then it may make sense when we see her.
I think at least we now know that there's someone else throwing their weight around in Sonder.
Yeah, she's been doing that for a while, I think.
Well,
In the city, too. We'll find out.
well, before we go anywhere, we do have to probably, have a place to get something to eat or drink, depending on how fast we go.
That makes sense to me. Stop by the Black Cat, pick up that bottle for Ep, and dine before we have our little meeting.
Well, just a little. Can't hurt to, at least so we're on the same page when we go approach and deliver this message.
I think we ought to be wary of this woman, though. The two ravens brought a snake skin. Could have a liar amongst us. Liar among liars, isn't that special?
Nope, true. But what else was said earlier? Things may not be as what they perceived.
It's very true.
So,
Yeah.
if anyone else without objection, I'm just going to go ahead and take point and just go to Sonder. Okay?
I think that's a good idea.
You'll continue on, putting yourself back onto track, and you will arrive to Sonder just before the sun sets, and you'll, as you guys kind of ride into this town here on this dirt road, you will watch your shadows just stretch long across the dirt here. You'll see that there are people kind of ebbing and flowing, people moving from shops, grabbing whatever variety of food or supplies they might need. You'll see a dog just kind of yapping off to the side, barking as you see you all kind of on the ride in. People giving you glances and wondering who you might be, strangers roaming in. They give those looks of like, who could you might be? Are you a friend? Are you a foe? Are you who comes this way? You'll see off to the side, Ashwyn, something that catches your eye, a sign that has like a black cat that's curled around a ale glass. Must be the tavern that Ep was talking about, but you can kind of get to the center of this town, and if you go just a little bit further, you'll see what looks to be like a very large building, probably where one who resides over this town would be staying at. But welcome to Sonder.
It's a little late. I know it's just can be a little rude to be doing some business when the sun sets. So honestly, I think we should just see if there's a spare room at the tavern, unless anyone else knows a place.
That's
No.
fine, but we should keep our heads on a swivel. We don't know what to expect.
Oh, I didn't
very
say
true.
multiple rooms. We all probably crashing in one, but I agree. Yes, Cloudburst?
I think you're muted, Cloudburst.
I believe I
think
can read
that's-
an excellent
That's extremely
idea.
economical.
Okay.
That's all.
Sorry, I was trying to read lips there for a minute. I thought you said I had an excellent idea. I got excited.
You'll hear it, trust me.
One day. I mean, if anyone else, I'm going to look to like Cecil and Cloudburst. I'm like, I can go in there and request unless any of y'all want to.
No, that's an excellent idea. And goes towards the nearest like tavern, Motel 6 combo.
Ashwyn will
Yeah.
dismount Roach and take a look around, see if there's any immediate sign of the jackals, that group of roamers that we were warned about. Any big, grouping of horses or anything in particular like that.
Hell yeah. You'll scan around, and there is that Black Hat Tavern, right? It does look like it has an upper floor that probably has rooms for you to stay. But you, Ashwyn, but there doesn't seem to be a lot of horses like tied off in front of their establishment. So you start just kind of scanning around. You will see a cluster of horses, probably about 5 of them. A little bit further down the way, there looks to be another like saloon or tavern or drinking space, and that seems to be the primary cluster of horses. Given the bedfolds and saddle look on the back of them, definitely gives roamer, definitely gives somebody who travels far and wide versus just being here in the city or the town proper.
Ashwyn will clock it, but then join the others.
Yeah, I think that Cecil's going to make for the Black Cat and see about getting some rooms. Hop up off Viscount, shake his musical little spurs, and kick up some dust as he walks through the bat wings.
Beautiful. Yeah, push through those wings. It's a tight space here. You'll see a scattering of tables, old creaky floorboards as you kind of step in that kind of go in tune with your pitchfork spurs. You'll see over by a counter a dwarven woman. Seems to be the tavern keeper, just cleaning up some glassware, and just a couple what looks to be regulars here, older individuals that are keeping to themselves playing cards, but they seem to be the only small group in here, just drinking and having a smoke off to the side. And they note you as you walk in.
Cecil is all smiles to anybody who notes his presence and tries to, immediately sort of placate the area. And he sidles up to the dwarven woman tending, and he says, "Hello, my dear. I'm wondering if we could inquire about renting a room for the night."
Sure. Ain't had anybody here in a while, so I got 2 rooms up top that I could extend to y'all.
That would be lovely. If we could see about requesting both of them, that would be fantastic.
Oh, that'll be 5 gold for it. Here for the night? Or you staying longer than that?
Let's make it for 2 nights at first here, and then we'll see about re-upping on the second night. We'll pay up front. And Cecil, rushes into his vest there, and he says, "You, by chance, can't break a... Excuse me, never mind, you can't break a platinum." And he pulls out gold equal to the amount and sets it out in front, and then tips generously. He's trying to put all that money he doesn't spend to use.
Got a lot of coin there. I'd be careful.
Well, I always am. Not a lot of people try and rob me. Never goes well for them. Listen, I was wondering. A lot of people come through this spot. You see many regulars? We're from out of town, so I'm just trying to get a sense for Sonder.
I mean, we don't get a lot of travelers or people on the extensive stay. Most people just pass through a night or two, just need to lighten their load for a moment before they press on. No, haven't had many people as of late. It's been a little on the quiet side.
Any reason for that, or just a sign of the times?
Well, if you believe in such things, those, it might be a mix of that, but there's been some roamers in the region. I think it's keeping travelers away.
I see. They've been picking off Sonder, trying to make a victim of this place.
Yeah, they catch people on the roads before they even have a chance, and every now and again they come riding rowdy through the town. Causes all kinds of ruckus and destruction, and we got to pick up the pieces when they ride back out into the waste.
Of course. Any part of town I should avoid if I don't want to run into them?
If you go down the way, there's the Desert Pearl. It's a saloon down there, usually where most travelers go to get their jollies and drinks in, but that's where they like to perch and occupy.
Well, that's just perfect. Thank you so much for your hospitality, my dear. I do appreciate it. Should I see you about a room key, or are the rooms unlocked?
She'll go under like the fold of her apron, and she'll pull out those keys and hand them over.
You know, I was just thinking, me and my friends, we do appreciate our privacy. Do you think I could leave you a very generous tip, and you could just let us know if anyone comes about us asking of our locations, anything that might come and go in the interest of me?
I think you put that extra little tip down, and you'll watch her eyes look down at it. She gives that look of like, as much as I want to mind my business, I can't ignore coin because it's far and few between of getting it. So you'll eventually see her just kind of place a hand on it and just gently kind of slide it and fold it into her rag that she was using to, I can tell you about my day and what I see and what I hear. I don't think that'll be a problem.
It will be a pleasure to hear about your day. I'm sure you got some stories for me. Thank you again.
She'll give you a nod, and she'll kind of just turn back to kind of go back to doing what she's doing, take care of some stuff, and leaves you to it at the counter.
I'm going to work back to the others. Okay, so we got some updates. We got 2 rooms up top. I figured I'd buy 2 just in case we need to ditch the first. We're in for 2 nights. I learned something. The Desert Pearl, that's the spot the roamers are spending their time with, just up the road. Mm-hmm. And we should be good out here.
That confirms what I saw out on the street.
Good eye, Ashwyn. Look at you, perceptive.
If there's one thing I hate more than the aristocracy, it's the scabbers that take advantage of the people out in the wastes. I have to admit, I wouldn't mind causing a little bit of trouble if it means getting these roamers out of town. It might actually give us an advantage. Either the people in charge will appreciate it, or the people in charge will be down their dogs.
You know, Ashwyn, we are of like minds, you and I. We see the world in very similar tones. I was thinking that maybe we go just a little bit of rabble-rousing down the road at that Desert Pearl. See if we can't get a lay of the land with these vagabonds. See if we can't see what we can do for these people.
Ashwyn seems excited for the first time.
Are we all heading to the Desert Pearl, or were there other business? Rose, you seem like you got somewhere you would rather be.
I would rather be anywhere else. Okay.
Oh.
I if y'all like, because I can at least take our things up to the rooms and secure them personally. Make sure that there's like windows and all that stuff is locked.
So, Rose, that sounds like you're not coming drinking with us. I personally, it's I'm a little too distracted and focused because I'm here, and I don't know if I don't know if alcohol would be a good thing for me right now. So You know, I once saw you lift a mugger in the Royal District, clean 3 feet above your own head, and toss him like a child's ball because he dared look after someone off the street. You're one of the most valorous people I've ever met, Sir Rose, to a fault.
well,
Just thought I'd pay the compliment before we go out and see about these scavers.
well.
Rose,
Can we just go ahead and just drop our stuff off real quick, and then make sure that y'all are part of the cadre. I can't let anything happen to y'all.
That's so true, and I thank you so much for considering us. And then I pass a flask in the direction of Sir Rose.
Okay, and I'm taking it immediately, and I'm gonna down it real quick.
We're
You hear
nothing
the
if not
sound of-
orderly and organized.
Of like
Yeah, just a
2
quick little
stacks.
shot. I like it.
Loud brass plates slapping down on the floor in the room. Just being like, I think that's a great idea. We should go drinking. It would be fun.
Perfect.
All right.
One question, or one little point. Could we not wear the Queen's armor to the saloon?
We are the representations of the Queen's justice.
As unfortunately true as that is, people aren't as willing to talk.
How about Cecil? Don't you got like at least like a jacket or a cloak as well?
A jacket or a cloak? I was about to put you in silks, my love. We were going to show off those
Thank you.
biceps of yours.
Thank you.
What we got? Fine.
Okay, I got just the thing. And he comes back with this like flouncy, beautiful ruffled shirt that is almost like romance novel level, that cuts deep V down the center and would hug the huge form of Sir Rose's general body. And he's like, I went looking for that coat you mentioned, but this is all I could find. And he kicks the trunk of his huge wardrobe shut.
You know what? I think there's a couple pieces here that I can use.
Yeah?
Yeah, give me 2 seconds.
Oh.
Not a
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Ashwyn lowers his poncho to make sure it covers his chest as they get ready.
You know what? Cecil will mosey over to Ashwyn, and he's passed the flask to Cloudburst first, and then he points in at Ashwyn, and he goes, "Do you, and he gestures to the flask. Are you allowed to,
I'm an adult.
Oh, God, yeah. I did not mean any disrespect. We just want to make sure.
I'd rather not, though. I need to keep my wits about me. If
Well,
we're going to
I
do
can
what
show
I
you how
think
to
we're
look.
about to do.
I can show you how to look like you're drinking. It's a good skill to have. If you want.
I'll take that skill.
Cool. Have you ever been to a saloon before?
As I said, I am an adult. I have been to every place adults have been.
I'm sorry. Some people don't like saloons.
You've been to like those like mystic bars, right? And keep them up in the towers, and we're gonna get drunk over some books.
Don't make me laugh when I'm about to do what I'm thinking we're going to do.
We have to be laughing before we clean this place out. It's a good thing we're about to do, if we can do it.
It's gonna be fun. Just relax.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to do. I see these jackals and I turn red.
Yeah. You always feel like that? So quick to red?
When I feel like things are not fair, when I feel as if I'm being taken advantage of, yes. But this ride, these past few days with you, they've been lovely. Eye-opening.
Good. Good. You just let us know if you start seeing red, yeah?
You'll know.
Okay.
I think you guys are gonna take the time you need to get ready and get dressed in the way that you would like to. But you guys can take that small walk from the Black Cat Tavern and eventually get over to the Desert Pearl. And with each step you take, you can hear the sounds of revelry going on. You can hear the sound of music playing, people chatting and talking, and just a hustle and bustle on the inside there as you kind of are just standing right outside the tavern. And as you guys take those just steps up onto this kind of stretch of porch, and there's a couple people who are out here smoking cigarettes and eye you as you guys walk in, you guys will push those doors open. And with that, we are going to head into our break. So we'll see what happens when we arrive at the Desert Pearl when we return. Welcome back. Let's see. Where did we leave off? Right. You guys are pushing your way into a saloon. And when you push those doors...
Before we go in, I'm just going to ask the coach, are we sure about the ruffles? But can I at least keep the hat? Can I at least keep this on? Is this too much?
If it makes you comfortable, Sir Rose.
The hat's perfect. You look fantastic.
I think you look beautiful, Sir Rose.
You said ruffles, so I had to go with ruffles.
You might walk out with somebody like this.
Oh, gosh. All in, all in.
Well, let's go.
You shuffle people in, and you're met with the sound of loud music playing, piano and violin and people kind of singing off to the side. People are moving back and forward carrying drinks or food. You'll see kind of a centering of tables where a crowd is kind of lingering around what looks to be a heated looking card game. And then there's people just kind of tucked in all around. There's so many voices going on here. It's kind of hard to hear, but this seems to be the place where it is the most liveliest when the sun sets in Sonder. There's a counter off in the distance where you can pick up some drinks, but there are like barmaids and helps that are walking around picking up glasses and taking orders from people. But you see eyes looking at you as you enter in, taking in who walked in, clocking Rose in their ruffles.
Ashwyn is eyes kind of darting around the room, trying to gauge if there appear to be any roamers in this establishment.
There's a handful of people that would fit the bill of a roamer, dust-bitten individuals, folks with ragged, sun-worn skin, thing alike. But the roamers you're particularly looking for make a very loud sound as there starts to be this small little scuffle happening at that center where those cards are. It seems that someone didn't like a hand that was played, and now he's like grabbed them by the collar and pulled them over, and now there's a bit of scuffling, and people are working to part them. But you see at least 5 of them all kind of dress kind of in similar leathers, and looks like they have on their around their necks or on their persons in some way what looks to be a tooth that resembles like jackal or canine bones.
Ashwyn will nudge the closest person to them, probably Cloudburst, and just not able to really pay attention to anything else, and so their gaze is like fixed in the direction of these people.
I'm gonna turn around with a drink and have one out for Ashwyn.
He'll take it, but just kind of hold it in an awkward way.
It's exactly what you want it to be. And then tries to toast, trying to communicate that it's non-alcoholic. And just enjoy it, but you're right. And they just take a seat at the bar and observe the jackals.
He'll kind of loosen up a little bit and turn around and follow Cloudburst.
I'm gonna try to listen to see what they're fighting about. Little elf ears go into combat mode.
I love that. Rose and Cecil, are you guys joining the table? You guys wandering elsewhere before I get back to Cloudburst?
I actually kind of want to do, since they're kind of listening in, I'm going to go ahead and extend my hand to Cecil, be like, quick dance.
Of course, anytime,
Okay.
Sir Rose.
And then kind of do a little dance, but also purposely see if we can, as we dance near the table, like not too close where it's obvious, but at least to kind of pick up any other things in the room. Because you said music was playing.
Absolutely, music is playing, and you can definitely grab Cecil by the hands and move over to where others are dancing and get a little lay of the land around here.
You lead them.
Of course, I wouldn't have it any other way. Let me put on my dancing shoes first, though. And he orders 3 shots and knocks them back. All right, they're on.
And you guys run off, but you, Cloudburst and Ashwyn sitting at the table. The main thing you initially hear is you kind of do that, just like that subtle, slow lean against the chair in the direction of that. The initial scuffle is an exchange of words between two of them about the cards that were laid down at the table. One believes the other was cheating. He says, "I see that you pulled that from under your sleeve, you bastard, I know you," and they're just kind of like scuffling over it. But eventually one of them, who seems to be a much comparatively older to the other, that are wearing those similar roamer wares, gruffer guy, he seems to kind of be finally the one that stands up, and he kind of just stands. He doesn't even say anything, and then you immediately see the guy let him go. And you're like, "Oh, all right." And they all start to reshuffle, pick up chairs, dust liquid that's been spilled off the table off onto the floor, and they settle down. And then eventually someone starts shuffling a deck of cards, and then they start divvying out cards again, like a repetitive cycle. For you, Rose and Cecil, as you guys kind of start dancing, when you're moving over towards like the dance floor and watching that scuffle kind of begin to settle, when you just glance around the room, you see other people who are just not attached to these people, just have like these wary like glances of like, this is like a rinse, lather, repeat, and it's so early in the night, and this is just the start of it. As you see liquor being poured around on the table, you know that the cycle is just going to keep going and escalating. And you can even tell that there is like what looks to be some form of attempt to repair things in the tavern itself. Broken chairs and tables that have been kind of replaced, new floorboards that have been like laid in that aren't quite matching the stain and weather of the ones that are still remaining. And you get a sense that this ruckus is a repeatable thing that happens every night, and it leads to just destruction around the place.
How much do you want to bet, Cecil, that in the next day or two, there's going to be a bar fight that breaks out?
Oh, Sir Rose, you're so pessimistic. When was the last time you and I got a chance to dance and not talk bar fights? But at least in the next 15 minutes is my guess.
I would say it was probably a week before. It was at the Sword and Shield, right?
Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah, I think it was that.
It was very shortly after our new king took office, and suddenly we were having some doubts on the efficacy of our education system within the kingdom.
They're taking away the arts. What can I say?
Yeah, well, I sort of fancy a card game all of a sudden. Do you think that Ashwyn knows the name of cards? The true name, maybe?
Would it be Joker?
Could be.
Aces, deuce?
Could be sleeve.
Ah, that's a good one.
I say maybe we introduce ourselves. Get another round of dancing in so you can give me a good dip, and then find some empty seats around the card table.
I will gladly. And I'm going to let Cecil lead us there. And if however he wants to end it with the dip, or I will just go with the flow with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to let him take kind of center stage for this bit.
Yeah, I let Sir Rose drop me into a very elegant little dip, probably too elegant for a place like this. I think Cecil's a talented enough dancer. He's very fluid. He's like water. And Sir Rose is definitely the earth keeping it up. But after that dip, he does nod his head in the direction of Cloudburst and Ashwyn, sort of calling for us to ruminate as a group around the card table, or at least clear enough that it doesn't look like we're plotting.
I'm so thirsty. Aren't you parched?
Oh, absolutely parched. We could get a drink. How about I buy you around?
Let me go place that for you. And then I will scurry to the bar. Before I be like, Actually, we're in a new town. Like, gentlemen, I'm going to lean towards the table that we happen to be by. Would you guys like to participate in a round?
Sure, bye.
Sure. Call it social lubrication to an invitation to a card game.
Tap on the shoulder. I'm going to go ahead and go to the bar and place an order.
Hell yeah. You can absolutely get a round and you can bring it back over to the table.
I'm not going to play the cards. I'm just going to participate by bringing over the beer and taking a drink. But
You know, here's supposing we got some money running around. You think I could bring a few friends over and we play a friendly game?
I'm about it. You new around here, huh? Never seen you before.
Well, you could say so. I'm not new to most places, but at least for the time being, I am.
No. Then that means I got new money to be able to win tonight.
Oh, we got plenty to go around. And he kind of ushers over for Ashwyn and Cloudburst to come pick up some empty seats if they want to get in on this.
Yeah.
Ashwyn sits and he's just kind of staring daggers at what he believes are the jackals.
Here, honey, I'm going to kind of take that non-alcoholic drink you're having, kind of covering your sourpuss of a face up with the drink. Hey, take a deep sip.
Cards will be kind of paced.
No. It's delighting in Ashwyn.
Cards are going to be ushered out. I think when cards are casted in your way, Ashwyn, the person who is dealing the cards, one of those roamers kind of clocks that hardened stare that you just keep doing it, and then they match your energy and just kind of like give you an equal scowl and try to go to their cards but look up at you every now and again.
Don't mind him. He's actually a ringer around these parts. Loves a card game, but God, does he take it seriously. Look at that mug.
Ashwyn will look at his allies and then just... Anything fun to do around here?
Oh, plenty of fun things to do around here.
Besides killing innocent people?
Oh, that's hilarious. A little inside joke for us. It's usually, a little hyperbole comedy.
He's a big fan of those penny book novels,
No. I mean, he's got a point. Dangerous place out here and around here. But it's even dangerous to be just throwing around wild accusations, too. But ain't that what you kind of mystics do? You just say words and make them so.
I make many things so when I want them to be.
A mystic, that's quite the clock. We're just playing cards here, aren't we? We don't have to apply labels to anything. There's a lot of money on the table, folks. I think we're talking too much. And I think Cecil voluntarily loses around. Like, plays bad cards.
Ashwyn will reach into Cecil's bag and up the ante, throw a couple coin on the table.
Those pockets are wise. You guys will lose as that round gets cleared and new stakes are laid and cards are dished out. So what brings you all on here to Sonder? Enjoying the views?
We're visiting relatives.
Oh, which relatives? I know a lot of people in the town.
A distant cousin to the Odera family. Twice removed.
Twice removed? Oh, wow.
Amos Odera lives on the edge of town. He's sort of an outrider, but we're just staying in for the night. See if we can bed down before we go and visit the old homestead. Estate sale, It's a shame when those old codgers take a trip, but it's something I got to do for my name. And he throws in some more money.
Why does that Why does that name sound familiar?
Because I talk too much.
You talk too much. Wow.
That's why we're
I mean-
having such a good card game. I found out that as long as I keep talking, they keep paying me. And I tell silly little stories. And hell, maybe if you're interested enough, I might run one about you. About all of you. You seem like an interesting group. I love anybody who matches a color scheme and a themed costume. And he gestures to those shiny teeth around their necks. Any significance?
Oh, anybody who rides with us has to prove they're worthy on the hunt. You don't need weak people out here, but you got to be ravenous, hungry like jackals to kind of survive out here in the waste. So,
And so you
expect that no
kill
less.
defenseless animals?
Hunting's a way of life, man. If you don't even realize that, it's hunted or be hunted, even in your little fine cities that I imagine you all come from, given the looks over the rows, the silks and the pageantry. When you're out here in the waste, you got to do what you got to do to survive. Ain't nobody innocent,
It's an unfortunate part of life.
ain't it?
But can't say that you're not right.
Sir Rose is also going to be leaning into Ashwyn and be like, remember how you talked to me about my temper?
You ever hunt before? He points over to you, Ashwyn.
I ever what?
Ever hunted before?
Sure, I've hunted. I'm hunting right now.
Are you now?
Looking for a couple of jackals, as a matter of fact.
Hmm. Well, you certainly can find them. They're roaming all over the place. But I'd be careful. You see them kind of like bring a hand down from the table. Jackals know how to bite. Something fierce. You ready for that?
Sir Rose can see that Ashwyn's fist is like shaking underneath the table.
I'm going.
I must say,
What now?
jackals feel awful comfortable around these parts. I must have found a nice little den in the city of Sonder.
Oh, Sonder's got its perks. It's just right where you want to be in these troubling times.
How so?
Oh, a lot going on in the barren wastes if you ain't paying attention to the signs at the time, or are you deaf on all those accounts? You know, haven't you heard? The world's ending.
You believe all that stuff? A lot of hogwash, as far as I'm concerned.
If you stay outside in the waste long enough, you tend to heed the words and the whispers, but I don't have to worry about that. I just get to be in the waste and enjoy my desert. Seems like you all have better problems.
Well, you know, death in the family. What are they whispering that
That's what I'm thinking.
waste of yours?
Well, I could oblige that. Let's make it a challenge. We want information from these roamers, and there's been hostility sent around the table. We want them to divulge something. Well, do you have any reputation that might help you?
Yeah. But do I want to use it?
Want to bet it? Round of cards.
Yeah, how about we play cards? I win this hand. You tell me a little something. We'll make it a nice little game. And
Okay.
I'll employ the reputation quick-witted to see if I can make sure I win this round of cards.
Any equipment you're planning to use to help you?
Do I have any equipment that I'd like to use? No.
Don't you
Oh.
have your own set of deck of cards? You know, to make sure that it's like
Fair.
exactly. Your new deck, new game, right? That's how we always did it.
Sure, new deck, new game.
Maybe
Well,
we-
as long as that works for the Jackals. I have to say, I trust you fellas, however that may be. So we'll play with whatever deck you want to put down, honestly. I don't think I have any equipment that would work
Damn.
here.
That's all good. Then roll me 2d6.
I get a +1 from quick-witted, right?
You're just adding, that'll be your dice pool. So with your quick
so I
witted,
add. Okay, so I'm rolling 2d6.
yeah, 2d6, and then we're looking for the highest roll on either one of those dice.
Okay, I have a 5.
All right. 5's a success, but a little bit of challenge comes your way for that. Let's see. So what does that look like? How do you get this jackal to divulge their secrets at your expense?
I think I do win out the card round, but I think that Cecil has been trying to make himself a target the whole time he's been at the table there. And I think while the Jackals are weary of Ashwyn, they are seeing that the money is flowing out of me. And so I think the opportunity to hunt me might be the greater objective here. So I think they give me some information to keep me baited. But maybe the consequence here is that they're prime on making us victims tonight.
They clocked her money.
Yeah.
They clocked it.
They're thinking, oh, we can feed this guy information and then rob him the second we decide to. You know, I think I make for an easy mark, even if I am meaning to.
I love that. The round ends here, and there's the exchanging of money as you hear a deck shuffling. And he says, oh, well, a lot of things going on in the desert, but there's a new player in the game.
You don't say. Who's playing?
Don't know much about them. Causing a lot of ruckus, though. Call themselves the Thronebreaker, if you believe it.
Thronebreaker. That's a hell of a name.
Ain't it?
Gotta have a throne in mind, don't you think?
Maybe, perhaps, but they're going around town to town or crossing bands where they can. I hear they are a man of the people. Gonna restore things to the way it should be. Bring us into a new era, they say.
He been around Sonder lately?
Not around Sonder, no. A little more westward than here, though. Last time we heard it on the winds.
You believe in a thing like that? Somebody who promises change in a time like this?
Now, if I believe that the world's gonna end, I would be at least, at the very minimum, curious about one who calls themselves a breaker of thrones.
I guess the question is then if a pair of jackals, pack of them, really does believe the world's going to end. Mm-hmm. Or if they're just hoping people are scared enough that you can pick away while they're worried.
We all got to take our advantages. Some of us aren't blessed with silver spoons in their mouth and platinum to spend on measly card games. And then that's when you realize that all the other jackals have kind of lifted their eyes away from their cards in your direction.
Well, you know, I was blessed. Absolutely. But blessings feel a little hollow at a time like this, don't you think?
You still got the coin to keep your belly fed and the drinks going. Feel like you're doing just fine.
Yeah, maybe. But then again, I made something of myself. You know, like a lot of us here at this table. I committed myself to something. Something higher than me, something better than me.
If you say so.
I do.
What's your plan? Join up with this throne breaker?
Maybe. If they got a good pitch to sell, cause worthy to stand by for. Or we just ride the waste as we always have. Makes no difference to me. Why, you got something better for me? Something to keep my mind off of throne breakers? You gonna line my pockets with pouches or with gold?
I'm not opposed to it.
Anyone lining your
How?
pockets now?
Not really.
Really? So, town like Sonder, they're just okay with you posting up.
Oh yeah, they love the revelry. Bring the party wherever we go.
Right.
We're all just friends around here. Why don't you tell us the truth? And as I say, tell us the truth, I speak the true name of truth at the same time and attempt to cast a spell on him, forcing him to reveal to us who his real benefactor is, if any.
Hell yeah.
Oh, there we go.
I love that. Let's invoke that as a challenge here. You got a reputation to add to that word of truth you want to add?
Using some of my creativity, probably against my better judgment because I'm young. So I think those two are maybe the most appropriate.
Hell yeah. Roll me 3d6.
It's time to replace these dice. Best is a 2.
Oh,
Wow. What does, when you invoke this word of truth here, what does that look like? How are you setting that up to be invoked here for them to try to give you
I've
that
seen
truth?
older mystics attempt to literally speak 2 different languages at the same time. The common tongue and then the language of mystics that invokes the true words of the true names of things. And as I'm saying it, I trip up and it just kind of sounds like gibberish, half of it. And it becomes painfully obvious that I'm trying to cast something.
I think there's like a weird moment of silence where so much attention has been brought on Ashwyn, and Cecil just kind of turns and looks to him.
I'm gonna grab his drink and pretend like it smells like. I think you've had enough, son. I think you've had enough. Like try to pretend like maybe that can
Oh.
cover.
They pour
Might
them
have.
deep here at the Desert Pearl, don't
Ah,
they?
damn.
Well, let me go get you some water. And I'm going to
And-
get up
I don't
and
need
take
water.
a moment to like.
You need water.
I'm gonna turn
take care
back
of
to
you.
this jackal and say, "You heard what I said. Who's lining your pockets? Who are you working for?"
I think Cecil's hand is just very gently in his lap, being as close to Cabot's maid as possible, his revolver, just in case.
Oh yeah.
Lining my pockets? Ain't nobody lining my pockets. You better watch your friend here. Maybe he should take a walk before he catches a bite. Or we can just take a walk outside.
I don't turn down a fight from a coward like you.
Well, then this should be easy for you then. He's gonna get up from the table.
As he gets up, I invoke the name of fire, and every light in this place goes out.
That's fucking baller.
Well, damn.
Sick. Well, damn. You're not gonna wait till you get outside?
Fuck them. We're killing them right now.
Well, damn.
Well, fuck
If I
'em.
see the lights go out, Cabot's maid is coming as free from holster, and I'm going to take the opportunity.
Oh,
I'm gonna be
right.
on.
Oh,
Sabers coming out of the back.
Rose
So-
in the ruffles with the saber. It's awesome.
Kill
It's-
Bill, think of it like it came out of Justin Q, just like.
What'd you say, Sir Rose? 15 minutes?
15 minutes was our guess.
15
Yeah.
minutes. Here's the thing, Ashwyn, just to add, because a touch of consequence will absolutely find you with that challenge of 2. Beautiful job of turning the lights out as you just, when you stand up, everything just out is one. But it doesn't stop once the darkness has for somebody to just make these 2 steps towards you, and then you just feel this crunch across your face as the jackal that you insulted used the darkness as his ally and just sucker punches you and knocks you to the floor.
Yeah, Ashwyn collapses to the ground and can feel the blood starting to pool in his mouth.
Hell yeah. So we're going to run a string of challenges to kind of gauge how this overall fight goes. If our intention is to kill the jackals, then who would like to kick this off? I feel Ashwyn is the right person to keep this momentum going, and you all tag in based on that. So Ashwyn, is there anything you would like to try to add to your dice pool roll here? As you just get cold clocked and knocked to the ground, and the fight is on as people start to throw hands in the darkness, and you can hear the shuffling of people and the rowdiness just rising up.
Yeah, Ashwyn, the smoldering has changed now to pure rage. He is going to use his passionate reputation to pull from his pocket a small match which he lights, and knowing that this man is above him, just send a gout of fire into his face. I'll use this bit of equipment that I have as well, this kind of on-hand fire to take advantage of it.
Beautiful. Roll me 2d6.
Wait, take some booze.
Yeah, that's a good point. 2 4s.
2 4s. Forces are going to be a success with a bit of consequence here. So you're going to pop off this fire. You're going to it's going to ignite across the person you direct it towards. But what does a touch of consequence look for you after you cast this spell? I'd like to think that you might have spread fire farther than you intended it to go, and
Yeah, it probably
light wood.
spreads all over the table and the closest chair, and now there is a bit of light in this space for everyone to see better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that table's not gonna extinguish itself. Rose, Cloudburst, Cecil, who would like to go next? This guy is lighted in fire, and he's working to try to pat himself off. And again, people are rushing around. Tables are being knocked over to hold out on, and also people rushing to try to exit out of the scene. Anybody adding anything to this moment?
I'm going to be on a fence. Rose is going to be by Ashwyn, and is anyone that's going to come by, she is going to try anyone that's coming to cause harm on Ashwyn, she's either going to cut their hand with the gun or just do anything to incapacitate them.
Okay. Sounds like you're using your sword as your weapon
Big
here?
time. My sword is the weapon, yes.
That's an equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Evoking any reputation to add to that.
I feel like I feel like this is more on the maybe Valiant side to be there to protect. They're there to protect Ashwyn. That's how they see it. They're like, oh Jesus, hold on, let me make sure he doesn't die.
Beautiful. If you're invoking your valiancy as well as your sword, give me 3d6 for your roll.
I got a 5.
Got a 5. Okay, 5 success with a touch of consequence. I think the consequence is just you're in the thralls of just being like flanked by 2 people while you swing your sword. Easy enough, knock somebody over, back and forward. The pack like jumps in, and now you got 3 people around you. Since you have kind of like obviously put yourself as like a threat to everyone here, and now you're exchanging blows between 3 people who are looking to nick and stab and cut where they can. A ruffle gets sliced in the carnage.
You're like, this isn't even mine. Like, this is like, I'm supposed to return this.
Excellent. But you're in the thralls of this fight.
I would like to say I would like to use this thing at one point as like that Batman cape in the face to distract. Like that. Whatcha?
You'd be absolutely the first swing.
Speaking of cape, Cloudburst is going for one of the 3 swarming and is hoping to, they take off their black cloak, seemingly like they're going to try to smother the flames and just cover one and like full send suplex them back.
Oh my
until
God.
like hands by the side, like being smothered by the cloak, just out of the equation.
Hell yeah, I love that.
No death.
I'll take that as your equipment for a plus d6 for your roll. Any reputation you want to add to this, or you just riding on a cloak?
I'm gonna save it. Just the cloak.
All right, 2d6 then for me.
Let's go. That's a 6. Thank you.
6. Easy, effortlessly. Rose, like you go for like a swing, and then it puts your back to an individual, and then the Cloudburst, you see this person going to like stab Rose right in the back, and you just jump up, wrap it over, a suplex to the ground as you're just holding this person now with that cloak over them, trying to keep them at least contained, part of this fray. Cecil, what are you doing? Cadre is making their stakes here and pushing these jackals around a bit. What are you trying to do?
Cabot's maid comes free from the holster. He rolls it in his hands until it flips out in front of him, targeting one of the others that has not been engaged with yet. Anybody who's left, basically. And he directs it directly at him, and he speaks, I'm real sorry about this. And he pulls the trigger, and the revolver, that pearl-gripped revolver, begins to light up along the pearl embossing with this light, ghostly blue. And as the revolver shoots free, the bullet comes out straight at first, almost as if it's going to completely miss, and then the bullet begins to curve directly for that individual's heart. Because Cabot's maid only hits hearts. And that's all I'm going for. I'm only using my equipment, just Cabot's maid.
Beautiful. Then roll me 2d6.
Highest is a 4.
Highest is a 4. So you're going to succeed here. Your bullet is going to find its heart. But what does consequence look like for you here?
I think the moment is exceptional, very cool, exactly what Cecil was going for. The corpse falls directly into the fire, and his blazer, just soaked in booze, goes straight up, and the fire becomes immediately worse. And Cecil's, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
Cecil!
I'm sorry, I didn't know where he was gonna land.
Ashwyn, you guys have been good. You guys have been working together, even with this now blazing body upon this table that is spreading now to the chairs and working its way down to the floorboards here that are probably littered with flecks of alcohol and booze. So it's just going to continue to persist. But you guys have been good at fighting the jackals and making your claims against them. Ashwyn, with all this fire growing and you all handling the jackals here, anything else you're contributing to this?
Ashwyn, his fists clenched, shaking in rage at this kind of lead jackal who's trying to dust himself off with the fire, just pushes towards him, kind of yelling at him, "Tell me the truth, and I can put out the fire, or I can make it worse." And I whisper another word, and the flame just seems to grow even worse on his shoulders. "Tell me the truth!" And I'm just yelling at him to kind of acquiesce.
You like grab him and you stake that warning and claim, and he just kind of cackles and laughs and says, "Let it burn. You deal with the ashes." And he spits at you.
Yeah, that pisses me off, and I put up both hands, and he becomes like a funeral pyre. If it isn't you, it'll be one of your others.
Yeah, if you intend to let this individual burn, let him. You ignite between your hands that fire rage, and it catches on to the leathers on his body, and he just goes up in smokes. And as you do that, though, there is a moment where, if you're not paying attention, doors open to the saloon here. You guys are still in the background fist fighting. Fist fighting and the rest of the jackals, the fire slowly spreading. But you'll hear the cock of a weapon as well, and a fire. But instead of fire, you'll feel this cold, like almost wintry blast that's also snuffs the fire out in one fall swing. And if you look to the door, you'll see a very tall, burly individual, a minotaur guy with a long duster. You'll see a nice little shiny star on his coat. And you, Ashwyn, holding a singed and burned individual between your hands.
I'll let him go. Stand up straight.
Now what's all this? And you'll hear the jackals, like the rest of them who are like beaten, bloodied, cut up, and stuff like that, all kind of like remove back and stuff like that. And he says, "Sheriff, they started it over there, just throwing spells and hands and all of that. We were just out here just having a nice night, enjoying a good old game of cards like we always do."
It was Sir Rose going to step on. Like, it was a card game that just got a little heated.
A little heated, I say so.
Fucking smoking body in the set.
Cloudburst is still wrestling from the cloak. You just hear like it's bad.
It was. I'm gonna put my hands up. Like, look, sir, this is just an argument that got a little heated. I'm looking at Ashwyn.
Before, like, the sheriff opens their mouth, there's going to be somebody else that kind of pipes up here. And it's one of the other patrons who were here at the bar, kind of like peeking out from a corner now that it seems that the ruckus has been kind of settled. They're going to speak up, and they're going to say, "Sheriff, they're right. they're wrong. Those jackals, they're the one who started everything. And these kind folks, these strangers from out of town, they were just defending themselves. And then you'll start slowly seeing other people, other patrons, what looks to be town folks, seeming to ride this little lie, and start.
Ashwyn almost seems to kind of come out of a daze and looks around, sees what he's done, looks at himself, and this kind of wash of shame comes over him, and he steps forward up to the sheriff, hands up, and he says, I'm to blame. I'm sorry. If anyone's to take the blame for it, it's me. I know these men are up to no good, and, well, I can't stand idly by when people take advantage of others. Do what you need to with me.
Sheriff, do you mind if we just have a private word for a second, just off to the side?
Sheriff will sidestep for a second to your attention.
He's my charge, if you will. He's a young one. If you need, like I said, if you need to have us pay for some damages or something, that's amicable. But ideally, if it's in your business, in your judgment, if you're okay, if we, at least you don't have to take this one into jail cell to let them. If you're all right with that. I'm trying to look at Cecil and maybe Cloudburst to be like anyone want? No, I got this. I got this.
I'm sorry. You seem like you're not gonna be joining your friend in the jail cell with him.
Rose, maybe introduce yourself.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'll be like, that's gonna be a little difficult, sir. You see, and then I'm gonna with my hat. I'm gonna be like, I'm Sir Rose of an Errant Knight in Mythic, and I'm right now on a very dangerous mission right now. And
did that dangerous mission include killing a man in cold blood on the floor in a saloon?
Well, if we were going to go say cold blood, that's a little bit of I wouldn't go with that word in particular. I'm not saying what was done was 100% kosher or correct, but the thing is, if we're going to go get nitpicky, then let's be for real with who we were dealing with.
Ashwyn looks up at the sheriff, and whereas he was looking down, and he says, "Do you not know that these men are the jackals, a pack of roamers that take advantage of people?"
I'll put my hand up to Ashwyn, be like,
I'm aware of the bit of ruckus and trouble that the jackals bring around these parts, and we handle it accordingly. And he looks over to them when they get a little too big for their bite. But we out here in Sonder are not in the business of just shooting somebody because they're a pest.
Ashwyn goes back to looking down.
I'm going to go ahead and reach in and pull discreetly out some of my coin, but the gold ones. So I'm going to 5 gold coin. Be like, I understand the inconvenience of everything right now, but if you would be so, I would say, using your kind judgment and listen to your town folk, and like I said, maybe we can just make this a cautionary tale and a warning. And I'm going to extend my hand out, pocketing the coin, and see if he'll take that.
Are you bargaining right now?
I am bargaining.
Well.
I think I know how to use.
You extend that hand, and he'll take that hand, and he'll feel the coins between your two palms. And he realizes what you've extended to him. And he gives you a look as he kind of closes his hand at the end of the handshake, puts his hand in his pocket, looks all around. Sounds like this was just a little bit of a misunderstanding and an very unfortunate accident happened here tonight.
Yes.
Wow. He kind of looks up at the rest of the kind of like patronesses and people people who are still kind of leaning around, including the rest of the remaining jackals who aren't either restrained by Cloudburst or singed on the floor. You hear the sheriff look around. He says, "All right, sounds like the party's over. Fun's done for the night. Why don't you all get onward and home?"
Thank you very much. Have a great evening. And I'm going to turn him like.
Ashwyn looks up at the sheriff once, and he goes from this kind of shame to this kind of like disgust, really honestly, seeing the coin easily sway him, and he just kind of silently bows his head and follows Sir Rose.
I would advise that whatever business you have here is brief, short.
Duly noted. Thank you very much.
You all have a good night.
As well. I'm gonna grab Ashwyn on the shoulder. I'm like kind of clench him like, are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Okay. We're gonna have a talk in the room, and then I'm gonna kind of just keep walking back to the Black Cat. Whether everyone else follows me or not, it's up to them.
I'm gonna sift over to Cloudburst and sort of looking past them, but standing right by their ear as they're probably in the process of letting go of that guy. I whispered, shame about everything, but bigger shame we never did find out who they're working for.
Once I'm sure we're out of earshot, I was planning on following them home.
Oh,
If you got... Yeah. I'll see you back at the room.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll come with.
Can you be quiet?
I'll take my spurs off.
Shit, come on.
All right, let me go pay for everything we just did. And he scoops up everything that was on the card table that was like possible pot, and he goes over to the bar with it like sort of piled into his vest, and he smooths it out onto the counter, and he says, "Listen, I know that this is not even going to begin to cover what they've been doing and then what we subsequently did. So consider this the sorry about the burnt dead guy on your table fund."
The barkeep sees all the coin on the counter, and he says, "Listen, I mean, you did more than you did more than you can know. They've been terrorizing this town, so just glad somebody stood up. We'll be okay. I appreciate it."
Of course, it's about time somebody made sure you understood it's not right what they were doing. Can I ask, are there more of them? Should we know?
There's I think a few of them that are that roam outside the city. They don't always come in all together. I know 5 came in tonight, but it's more like 7 or 8 of them. So there's stragglers not around.
He thumbs over to the one that went up in smoke. Is that their leader?
No. That was their, like, lieutenant.
Second in command.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to make sure that they don't come around. There'll be no revenge to what happened tonight, we promise. Stay safe, weird times. And he pushes the gold over to them and then walks back over to Cloudburst. And on the way over, still kind of drunk from, probably more than 5 shots or around 5 shots, is stumbling to try and get his spurs off and into his vest by the time he gets back to Cloudburst.
Beautiful. And Cloudburst, while you're waiting, people have been clearing out, so there's people lingering in the streets, and then you'll see, you'll kind of like gauge where those remaining jackals who shuffled out immediately once the seraph said to get, and you'll catch one going down one of the streets here, pushing into kind of the adjacent side of the town here.
Okay.
But they're moving kind of quickly.
Okay, great. Honestly, I'm gonna try to stay like a building's worth of space behind them at all times. But if allowed, I will do the heist movie behavior of going into the shadows and coming out in a different outfit. It is just like black underclothes, basically. Nothing that would make them recognizable to what the fuck just happened.
I think Cecil
and then I look.
Tries desperately to keep up, but is very bad for it. And instead is like the cinematic perspective of where the fuck did they go, and then they arrive in the new uniform. So he just tries to keep his distance, but keeps trail.
Great. I'll keep up with you. We just follow them back.
Excellent. You guys are gonna pick up the trail, following them down the street. Easy to track people when they just won't stop talking, and they're just loud and rowdy even after all of this. Just moving pace somewhere in town. After they take this kind of left bend, you'll see that there is what looks to be someone's homestead. There's a single light on to this single-story building, but you'll see all those jackals just pile in and close the door. Seems like they actually have a residence here in Sonder, or at least somebody offering them a roof over their heads when they're in town.
I turn to look at Cecil. I mean, we can do something with this now, or we can come back later. But I know time is short. Do you want to make one more thing happen?
This is your operation. I'm just following. I've always wanted to see you in action.
Great. All right. If this goes badly, do you have a belt on or do you have suspenders on?
He probably has suspenders on under his vest.
Okay. Are these expensive?
Yeah, but everything I wear is. So it's
Good
all
point.
manner of speaking, I guess. No, it's not expensive. The world's ended. You can fucking have them.
Great.
He undoes his vest and he takes his suspenders off, and he does kind of have to hold his pants to his side for a second because he is so thin, but he passes them over.
Okay, great.
What's the plan here? Like, take me into your mind. What's going on up there?
Well, we have to get inside.
Right.
It's hard to explain. I kind of just wait for my heart to tell me what's the most interesting thing in the room. And then I go get it. And then it ends up being exactly what I needed, and it's fine. But you might have to kill someone between now and that moment.
Okay.
Fair?
Biological dynasty served by murder.
Exactly. Now, don't shoot anybody. Guns stay away. Strangle them. Quick, clean way to get something done. Or smother them, which, as we can see. That's about it. Keep the flames to a minimum and follow your heart, right?
I'm behind you.
Great. They turn around and full Batman leap down the building, Like it is just they are Batman now. And try to get into the establishment through a window.
Cecil follows way slower.
I mean, you are a spy, after all, Cloudburst. As you bound and leap, and you just watch the extent of the professionalism here, Cecil, as you try to keep up, but you'll absolutely, I think you're leaping up into the roof. You're taking these nimble steps. Given that this is a single-story home, there's probably safe bets to maybe get into like a bedroom in the back of this establishment and then work your way inward. So you kind of just like hang over the back end of the roof and you kind of just like flip over to like hang. Yeah. And then like you see a window, you can slide the window open and enter into this dark room. It's like a small bedroom.
As soon as I'm sure like there's no immediate noise or danger, I will unlock the door for Cecil.
Okay. Yeah, Cecil, you head towards the back and you'll see Cloudburst open the door for you, so you don't have to do that maneuver.
Yeah, I like to imagine he was outside trying to think how any of that was going to happen, like attempting little hops, and then the door clicks. Oh, thank God. And he opens the door, he comes through. And he's already like breathing heavy adrenaline breaths as he gets through the door. And he's like crouched as humanly small as he can make himself. Like, you know, he's dodging giants.
Okay. Then we're looking for a safe.
Okay.
Or it might not look like a safe. It might look like something else.
Might look like something else, okay.
Yeah, but we're looking for precious documents.
Precious
like that.
Documents. He starts like rifling. Like he's gonna look around for like the nearest scrap of anything that he might be able to bring back to Cloudburst.
If you had the best kept secret, the best kept story of your life, where would you put it?
Oh, God, it would be in the gaudiest place in my life, hidden in plain sight. But for jackals, God knows, like in an animal, in the middle of a carcass.
Start there.
Okay.
Since you guys have to do some snooping with what you know is at least 4 individuals in this room here, or in this house, I think this is a challenge worthy. So, any reputations you want to put here? Or any equipment?
I have
I don't
lockpicks.
Lockpicks? I could say lockpicks will be helpful for your eventual find. Absolutely.
Can I use Nosy again?
You've invoked Nosy already, so unfortunately you cannot.
No. Then yeah.
All right. I'm
just
just for
looking.
you, Cecil.
I truly don't think I have. Most of my powers are to be loud, so I don't think I have anything here.
Okay.
I think I have one thing. It walk with me, I think. But I want to take a deep breath and speak the true word of eyes and try to use that to find the thing that gets the most nervous glances or like protective glances in the room. Like a sort of like a fingerprint, but for eyes.
Reading the room and seeing where the eyes shift around. I like that. I'll accept that. Okay. And then nothing for you, Cecil.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to go with a straight roll to assist.
So you'll roll me 2d6. You'll take your lowest rolled dice for me, since you have no equipment or reputation to add to this. You can roll me 3d6 Cloudburst.
Ooh. Yeah. 4, 5, 6.
All right, you got a 6. Cecil?
My lowest is a 4.
4. All right. Successes around, but Cecil, just a touch of consequence. When you invoke this word of power here so that you can connect to all the shifting eyes that wander through the space here, so you probably finally get to a point where you go down this corridor long enough to see like the main like living space, and that's where everybody's kind of congregating. So now you're just trying to let others give you the insight you need so you can shift back into the shadows and go where you need to be. But what does that look like here once you get close enough to invoke this power and have it become knowledge for you?
I think for them, it's almost like casting the spell of attention on themselves. So they are like against their will. They're still trying to scope the room, but it feels like their gaze is being ripped to something specific. And as soon as they're like, before they're even aware of it, they are like making their way that direction. And whatever that is, they're already like getting lockpicking tools ready or trying to casually look like they're doing something else.
Mm-hmm. I love that. You search those eyes trying to find where they'll kind of like thread to, and you'll read those threadings that move back into the back way where you came. It's going to lead you to an adjacent room, not the one that you had entered into, but another side room, a much condensed room. But the thing you will notice is there is a taxidermied deer head on the wall, but it should, like, interior design to an extent, or what an aesthetic should be. This deer head is far lower on the wall than it should be for something mountable. A crime, honestly.
Actually a crime. The 60-inch rule does not apply to taxidermy. It's fine. Just like you said, that's in an animal, probably.
I think you got it straight up. Yeah, we got to get that thing off the wall, huh?
Yeah. I have an idea. You're still down?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm going to, and out of character also, and just an awareness, we can stop if you would like to stop, but I'm going to take Cecil and slam him against the wall.
Okay. I mean, I love that Cecil does need a consequence for his role. It's going to be loud when you do that.
I want it to be loud. And I think I want to create sounds of, these two are moving towards a bedroom. Trying to be loud and obnoxious so people leave us alone. And like the banging has context before I go to try to get the deer off the wall.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Great. As my arm is pressed against his shoulder, make yourself look untogether. As they start undoing their buttons, and then once enough is done, then they start reaching for the deer.
I think that Cecil is so flush that he can't even get into character at first. He forgot that we were doing anything. He goes, "Oh, yeah, of course." And he starts, getting the tie down and bringing a little bit of the chest out where his chest hair is starting to go gray too. But he sort of just presses into it, and he is not at all searching for anything anymore. He's just enjoying this. Great. He's actually like, what does Cloudburst's cologne smell like? And the second that they become this close, he's just like, ooh, okay, we're getting intimate. That's way more interesting than this.
It's a lot of petrichor. A lot of petrichor. And maybe like a little bit of grapefruit. Oh yeah. And then of course like I'm getting too obsessed. Hold on, I'm in the middle of my Okay.
Later.
Okay, so as that is happening, they're like, if someone comes out, that's all you. And they snatch the deer and start to like stab down the throat to the like wood panel that it's affixed to.
Beautiful. You do that, and you like stuff your hand into the neck of this after you like cleave it off, and you'll find something in there. It's wooden, tube-likes, and you pull it out. Looks like a scroll case.
That's amazing. Can I take a quick look?
Yeah, you can take a quick look. There seems to be a series of letters tucked in there. They're signed by somebody known as Anastasia.
Okay. That's perfect enough to go on right now. I look toward Cecil. Just see if I assume they're looking out. How's that lookout
they
going?
are looking out. They're sort of worming their hands around like Cloudburst's hips and up the back, and just trying to keep an ample look. He's sort of fit his chin into the shoulder of Cloudburst, looking out like a couple's embrace. And as he's playing the part, he just goes, "Did you get anything good?"
If I can. Okay, I've been reading a lot of fan fiction. I apologize in advance. I'm gonna put the scroll down your pants, and I'm gonna move towards the door.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
I love that.
And as you do that, Cecil looks down and goes, "I guess we both found something good."
Yep. Heading out. Oh, put the deer back.
With the neck slit open. I love that for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You stuff that scroll in Cecil's pants. I think somebody did attempt to look in at this because they weren't sure, but like the moment they saw displays of affection, they immediately backed off and left. So it gives you this small opening and window for you to leave.
Great. Cool. Once they're outside, great, back to the room.
Yeah. Back to the room.
Okay, you good?
That was, it was just really impressive.
Ashwyn and Rose, I assume you went back to your rooms. Did you guys need a moment?
I would just like to say probably, Ashwyn, you would have probably gotten a good 10-minute. Now, listen, it's called thinking before you're doing stuff, and I won't lie, they're gonna at one point be like, let's try not to add another scar to my face, all right? We're gonna start doing a little bit more thinking before we start acting. Is that a fair assumption? And that kind of chew out for a little bit. But
He lets you chew him out, and then he looks at you with a very earnest face, and he says, "Sir Rose, with all due respect, there is nothing in this world short of death that will stop me from making this world as good of a place as I can manage. Those men deserve that."
do you know why I tried to stick very hard to a certain line? It's because of that. There's too much of that bull hockey out there, all right? You want to be the better example, you got to lead that too, man. Okay?
I don't want to be the better example. I want to be the right example.
Right. And what
So Rose,
part?
instead of arguing with me, how
What?
would you understand where I'm coming from? Okay?
Well, then explain it to me then, huh? Or you just go on.
Did you
got my
have
attention.
a childhood where adults, animals like that, took from you every single day? You had no parents to protect you? Simply your older sister that you basically had to protect yourself? I am sick of this world taking from me and from others. I am sorry for the disrespect, sir, but I am no longer going to let anyone push me or anyone I care about around. And I will burn every single one of them if I have to.
You realize you keep burning this hot, you're just going to end up burning yourself up. There won't be an Ashwyn to actually do things right to prevent any doom, which I think is more important. But you know what? You seem to know a bit more than I do. So you said it yourself. You know my life. You know my childhood. You know exactly what I've been through. Next time you want to do something half-cocked like that, don't expect me to always save you next time. Or Cloudburst. Or Cecil. Shit, you have that temper so much, I don't even know if Roach will actually get in the picture. You'll probably burn his ass up, too!
I'm sorry for what I did. But
I know you're sorry for what you did. I could tell, okay? If I wanted another one of, like, another mystic that would just do everything I said and did a command, I would have picked anyone. But I picked you for a reason, all right? Because you have a good heart. I need you to lead with that more. Instead of that fear that you have in you, with the anger that you have, all right?
I don't want to be alone tonight. May I bunk with you?
Yeah. But you get the chair. You don't get the good bed now, all right?
He nods and makes his way over to the chair and sits down. Starts taking off his poncho.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
there's 2 beds in here. Nobody has to sleep on a chair.
I thought it was gonna be for like the other 2.
Oh, well, we got both rooms.
Oh,
From
okay.
what I heard,
Oh, that's
so-
fine. You get the other bed. That's fine.
Yeah.
One of them was intended to be a decoy, just in case we
Oh.
have to ditch the other room.
Oh, well
That's
then, never mind. Someone's gonna have to sleep on a chair.
fine. They'll come in. We'll figure it out. And what's your sister's name? I want to say that before they get here.
Her name is Gwyneth. And I haven't seen her for going on 5 years now.
Do you ride her?
Nearly every day. I actually haven't in the last 2 days, but
Make sure you do that. I'm sure she'd like to hear from you. I'm serious. I got people in the game too, and I want to make sure they make it. And I'm gonna just tap on your shoulder and kind of go back to, like, honestly whittling my whistle. That's a way to kind of calm down. And
Probably a good time for the rest to show up.
Yeah.
Unless there's a last
No.
utterance that need to be said.
they find Ashwyn kind of sitting like in timeout in this chair.
to me, wait, like,
Cecil steps in and notably sees that there are 2 different types of tension that are now like meeting each other. Like, I think that Cecil and Cloudburst come in with a very certain vibe that then meets this one, and the 2 are like oil and water. But Cecil will push open the door and says, "Oh, how are we?"
Never mind
Yeah.
us. What did you find?
You 2 look little flushed.
Yeah,
Giddy.
well, it's just the adrenaline of it all. Cloudburst showed me the ropes.
We found something.
Well, I didn't find anything. I was a little busy. Cloudburst found something.
All right, well, come in, close the door. What happened?
I mean, Cecil's got it.
And he reaches into his crotch and he pulls. Hey, whoa! It's nothing you haven't seen before. Come on. He
It's
shuts
called
the door.
being discreet.
No,
It was
it's not
discreet
in
at the
your.
time.
It's not in your tenets whatsoever that you can't have a little peek. And he sets the letters down on the bed.
Ashwyn immediately kind of runs over and is trying to understand what they've gotten.
Yeah, anyone, Anastasia mean anything to anybody? It's who the letters are coming from. Or addressed to? Is it
Hope
both?
is-
The letters are signed by Anastasia.
my
They're
hope
coming
is that
from?
it's the redhead that we've been told about.
That was my thought, is that maybe
Ashwyn.
she's the one pulling the strings. It would line up with the timeline.
Ashwyn, you were doing that thing earlier. When you tried to talk and you came out double-tongued, you were trying to find out, what were you trying to figure out? You said the truth?
The truth of things, yes.
Can you find the truth of these?
I think it's something just as simple as reading them, and I'll start to read them aloud.
You begin to read them. The correspondences are short, and there's at least 5 letters. What you'll get from those letters written by Anastasia is that she's essentially given the jackals space here, this home that they can come and go as they'd like to, so long as they assist her in keeping the town dealing with a bigger problem while she's sorting something out.
It seems like the way I need to use my mystical abilities is to confirm that this redhead we're suspecting is in fact Anastasia. If so, we have
Can
our
we do
culprit. I think we can do it when we meet her, if she's at the court of Gaius.
Now, there's some things we should consider. We just made a very large blow against her enforcers, if that is the woman we're looking for, meaning that the conversation we're about to have tomorrow might have gotten a little more complicated. It has good and bad, because if we can confirm that Anastasia is the woman we saw, and essentially the woman the Ravens warned us about, then we have a card to play. But it might mean that talking to Gaius just became harder, especially if she's whispering in his ear.
Well, this is where I think official business, and if you don't mind, I'm going to return the ruffles and all, at least. Because let's be honest, the sheriff's already a very crooked person, probably hidden pockets, so I would...
Yeah.
So I do think we can just,
I know that we're in the trader's town, but even I was shocked to see how quickly he folded when gold was introduced, and when putting ne'er-do-wells away was completely ignored.
Ashwyn is pacing at this point, and he says, well, that means we have no allies here.
That ain't true, because look, the town folk. They are the ones who actually, if anything, and that's who we should definitely be looking.
No allies that can actually assist us in any kind of way with violence.
Yeah.
No,
well, the one thing we can do is use our status to back up our authority. He is going to take a mighty big swing should he try to go against us. It would mean a lot. He'd have to take us all in that regard. So I think maybe we press him in excluding this Anastasia if she is a part of his court, and make it so that we only deal with him. That way we can at least segment our issues.
That makes sense.
If he refuses, if he says to us that Anastasia is vital, then I think that's enough for us to return to the Queen and to say that he's been compromised.
Yeah.
I did speak. If he does not give a certain response, that's a response on its own. So it's going to be up his choice tomorrow if we're just going to be friend or foe, if anything else.
Did Her Royal Highness give you any instruction on the effects that Gaius disagrees with us, doesn't agree to our terms? Are we to take him in?
I was told to not leave unless, and if he refused, that would be the answer in itself, to return that.
So I think we have our answer then.
Mm-hmm.
I still think, regardless, one of us should keep watch tonight.
Yeah. And push comes to shove, if we're hearing a ruckus, we have the innkeeper down there watching over us, and we can switch rooms. Maybe they'll hit the first and we can hide out in the second.
That's fair.
Another horrible idea I just thought of right now. If we get too nervous, we might want to actually sleep out by where the horses are in their little stable barn area.
Okay.
At least as a backup, and therefore if we need a retreat or anything.
It always worries me how quick you are to sleep in horse shit, but we're just got different sensibilities, you and I.
Oh, you know what? I just had better... I trust Last Hope more than a lot of men out there. And women.
Well, that, I think, is a very smart perspective on the world, but I just think it's because you can't smell anymore.
Yeah.
I know that I
flushed, and I'm like embarrassed. And I'm like, you don't know that. Wait, and then like, do I smell?
Not you, dear, not you. You smell fantastic. It's your horse I'm worried about.
I know that I haven't earned a right to anything, but I think I'd rather be inside tonight. We're safer, I think, behind walls.
Yeah.
You're fine. I'm still a little wired. I'll probably take the first watch.
Come on.
Yeah. You did good. Was it stupid? Yes. But you did good. It's okay.
Listen, a lot of people are going to tell you went about it wrong, but what we did tonight was a very good thing. I said that before we did it. I still think that. Listen, those people were not good people. And they're obviously being protected by the law. It wasn't going to happen unless we were going to happen. If it complicates things, it only does so as much as it would have if I had talked somewhere else. So, don't beat yourself up, Ashwyn. There is enough of that in this world. There are bigger things coming for us, and we got to accept those before we start hating ourselves.
Ashwyn looks at you, Cecil, as if he wants to say something like a thank you, his eyes kind of glistening, but he just kind of looks away and throws his poncho down as a kind of a comfort, and then returns to the chair and sits down.
You can have the bed, kid. You don't have to sleep in the chair.
No, I deserve the chair. I deserve the chair.
Oh my God, he's doing penance over here. I know a few council members who do the exact same thing, but they pay a pretty penny to have a woman do it to them. Your lewd behavior knows no bounds, Sir Cecil. Okay. Well, if you ever want to know what the mystics really get up to. And I think Cecil climbs into bed after getting changed into some very dramatic night clothes.
Steed bonnet looking.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Cloudburst, you decided you want to take watch here.
Oh yeah.
Where do you perch for watch? There's definitely a window here in this room. You can look out. You could go downstairs into the general area of the inn, keep watch, right outside the door.
And to Cecil's bed.
Cecil's bed.
I was gonna say, I think I do, honestly. Like, stay, you know that part of the hotel where the bed is like 2 feet from the wall and it's just for people to just kind of scooch? Cecil's gonna chill right there. If they need to be a surprise, they can be, but they're out of sight.
Out of sight. I see. The rest of the group is gonna eventually find rest, and you're in those hours where not much goes on. You can hear the sound of a dog barking that kind of just echoes down the emptiness here, and all the torchlights and lanterns have been snuffed out, and it's just the touch of moonlight from Ezra and Constance that just leaves outline here. And as you enjoy the quiet and the silence, and tucking yourself in the shadow so that no one can see you on the watch, you see something just right outside the window. You see it because it is the only motion that has made known in this stillness, and it's not particularly big, but it curls itself over the rooftop here and just starts to slither along the rooftop. And it's making its way towards your window. You can see the luminousness of its red eyes. And then in the moonlight, when it finally kind of crosses over and no longer becomes shadow, you will see a glistening white to the serpent.
White?
White.
Okay.
And it just quietly continues to wiggle itself along until it gets up onto the lip of where the window is and peeks in.
Cloudburst is gonna like as it scoots is going to match its slither and see it.
Mm-hmm.
And just like look suspiciously at it, like, well, am I gonna have to wake my friends up? You're gonna be cool?
It, as it like was scanning around and you finally kind of make your attention known, you'll just see it like turn its eyes to you, and now you're just both kind of like wiggling back and forward, just watching each other. It doesn't provide any hostility, but it's almost like taking stock of your view, like recognizing, like an old friend recognizing a friend after so many years. And you're trying to think about where you've seen the snake before.
Where have I seen this snake before?
When you start to think about it a little bit, there is a song that starts to kind of play in the back of your mind. Oh, a song that you left behind about 3 years ago. And you get little images of the theater. One of the last jobs you really did under the guise of our old king involved or ended in getting caught by a serpent with red eyes that stared at you. And now it becomes very clear who this is.
As soon as that happens, it is the same thing that happened earlier this morning. Cloudburst is going to go to grab the snake and try to, taking the warning of Cecil and Ashwyn, not throw it and bring it inside.
Okay, this is going to be a challenge because a snake is a little bit more sleuthy than a crow or a raven. You got anything that will make your hands swift enough to catch a snake outside a window?
Can I use brutal? My reputation?
You could use brutal if you're being very unkind.
I think the chill that they had, the coolness that they had is gone after recognizing that snake. It is almost like desperate, holding the almost like this is the answers to everything that happened.
Okay. So I'll give you I'll give you that. I assume no equipment you have to use, or
No.
Okay. This is a little dicey. So I'm gonna knock the dice down. You're gonna roll me 1d6.
Okay. 4.
4. I like that. A 4. Excellent. You're gonna I think when you're just been wiggling along with that serpent, trying to keep their attention there, you've been slowly reaching for the windowsill to kind of put your hand right underneath the windowsill so that in one swift motion you can throw the window up and snatch the snake and try to bring it in. And then once you get to that point where you just gotta put it all on the line, you do that. You stick your hand underneath, flip it up, and you reach for the snake and you will grab it. The thing is, the snake as you kind of rustle to pull it in, causing a ruckus to wake everybody up here at this point while you're doing that. But in all that ruckus, the serpent is going to bite you right on the hand, and you can feel this warm injection of venom flowing through your hand here as you stir everybody awake. But you've caught a serpent, and we'll see what happens with that serpent next week.
Ah! I didn't let it go this time.
Didn't want to go this time.
Probably to your detriment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your detriment.
All right,
Wow.
hold on. I know what to do. Hold on. We're gonna have to suck some poison out.
Oh
Yeah.
no, not the knife.
You got snake disease now.
All right, hold on.
You're gonna become a snake.
That's awesome.
Wear a snake.
Snakes.
Wear
Yeah, these-
snake.
his. Oh my god.
That was awesome,
Yeah, fun
guys.
session.
Oh
No.
man, crazy session.
No.
Man.
I just wanted to deliver a letter. This
Oh,
shit's
you-
getting off the rails.
They always
You guys killed it. Oh, that moment between Rose and Ashwyn in the town. Ooh, so good.
Yes.
Well,
The card game.
The card
I
game
don't
went
get
to
what
shit, huh, gang?
Hold on.
Oh
hold
my
on.
god.
We actually
That was
got a
awesome.
That was
We got a
fun.
little. We got
Well,
it.
thank you guys so much for joining us today and with us. We'll be back in 2 weeks to see what happens. But until then, enjoy the rest of your Saturday. But we'll see you soon.
Thank
Love
you.
you,
Bye, everybody.
So much, guys.
Bye.
Bye.